Hi. Hi. Welcome to Wanda's Work Basket for all things creative and crafty with a little bit of inspiration mixed in. I am here with you tonight and I want to show you a few things that I am working on that I finished this week that I hadn't put many videos out this week, any at all actually, because it was a tough week. But I'm not going to visit that upon you tonight. I just want to be with you and um, show you some things that came in. Let's see. I did get some more goodies from Tina, from Tima, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to send her this week. And she may not get it for this Friday, but she'll probably get it for the next. I want to show you a few other things I got, some from Timu, some from, well, basically just mainly what I've been working on. And I understand if you can't make it tonight, but I do want to say happy birthday to my March friends. And I want to say hello to Carol and Deb and Christopher and Marie and Bev and Dawn, Linda, Jamie, Alice, Patricia, Marcia, hi Tammy, Catherine and Lita. And Tammy's here, and we'll probably see Teresa pretty soon. She comes in as well. Zara usually comes in, although I will excuse her for last week for other reasons. Ella and Dawn and Debbie and Cindy and a few others have been in and out the past couple weeks. So I welcome everyone to hang out tonight. I'm great, Tammy. How are you? Robin, hello. Very good. I just said hello to everybody, and I believe you were in amongst all that goodness. I'm going to write your name down again so that I do not, because you've been in and out a lot of times. I'm great. How are you tonight? I have one of those bad news, good news type of nights tonight. I didn't put any videos out this week because it was a rough week. But hello, Debbie. Glad you could be here. I'm glad you're all here. I hope you have your favorite beverage, whether it be hot or cold or alcoholic or non, whichever one you want to bring, and you're with in progress. If you feel like that, or if you just want to hang out while you're hanging out in bed and just sort of, chatting with us, that's great too. I'm glad to have you all here. I want to show you a couple things first that I've done this week. I'm working on, first I want to show you the finished products. I didn't know if I showed these. I don't think I showed these last week or not. Some of them I didn't have done last week, so I know that's not possible. But I was working on them. I was working on woodcuts from the dollar store and things that light up in the background. And I was working on them with my extra diamonds. I don't know if I showed these, but maybe I did. Maybe I did show you these last week. And they have the little tea light in the back that you light up. But basically, I sanded them and painted them, and then I blinged them. I have one bling to replace, and I'm going to replace that tonight. But these are the crosses for Easter. They're the 3D crosses anyway. I'm going to put this out because I do need to rebling that one tiny one tonight. Everything else seems to be, and these are what do I call it? Min waxed. The polyacrylic. They're done. So they will not come apart except for that one that was missing in that. Oh, Tammy, you're here on time. Don't worry about it. I'm usually a few minutes late anyway, so you're always on time. I wouldn't worry about it. The other crosses that I made were these, and these are now polyacrylic. These are the flat ones, and I have several colors. I put a gold teardrop in the center. There's Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Glad to have you here. And that one's the orange one. And then do not stick together. I have a yellow one. I have another blue one. A red one. And a purple one. I know the red and the orange kind of looks similar, but another two reds. That's why it looks similar. It's just this crazy webcam that I'm using that's not quite up to snuff. So these have been min waxed. Sometimes the glue that I was using, thank you, glad you like them, stayed sticky because it was like a gummy glue. And when you put the min wax over top of it, it takes away most, if not all, of the stickiness. If there is still some sticky, sometimes on these flat pieces, I have to go around the edges and kind of like peel back where it's stuck to the table a little bit. But sometimes I take white baby powder and just powder them up a little bit and shake them off. Oh, thank you. On GBF. Oh, okay. You saw some on GBF. Something you want to order. Okay. I don't. What is GBF? What is GBF? You know me in my mind. I have to write down the abbreviations because it could also mean several different things. Okay, so those are the ones that I got done with that way, the crosses. These are the ones my mom loved. I got some doves done. Now they have 3 different white ones. I've used an olive green for the branch. Oh, GBFKE. Okay, got it. This one had the pearlized ones, and I used 2 different shapes. I used fatter ones, a wider millimeter for the outside edges, and for the definition in the wing, just a little bit. I used a gold eye, and they're all kind of pearlized, but these are rounded ones, like the cabochon, the half pearl things, but they're not pearls. This was the ABs. These were all ABs with the half pearls defining around the edges. And this is the one that's just the flat pearls. And I had a hard time seeing. I don't really like this one too much. I'm going to keep it because it's like bubbled up where some of the where I couldn't see that I was putting one on top of the other because of the glue I was using. So that's kind of the gel glue, and it gets really kind of wicky sticky. And when it floods an area, you can't see if it's floating on top of something, even if you push it down a couple times. So these are the flat ones that doesn't have an AB. So you can see the 3 different types of things I use to use it. The one I like the most is the ABs, believe it or not. I like the ABs the best. I like the pearlized, but I really like the ABs. No, that's not the ABs. I like the ABs the best. And actually, the bumpiness in this one doesn't make it too bad. Thank you, Tammy. No, I made them. The blanks, the plain wooden blanks, I either got on AliExpress, which I don't use anymore, or I got them at the dollar store, because that's really the only places. I would get the wooden blanks now from Temu or Amazon or something like that. But they're just wooden blanks. And what I did was I sanded them a little bit. I did 1 layer in a clear glue. I just painted white glue or clear glue over top of it. And well, you have to do the thumbs up when you at the top there, the little, the very, am I pointing to it right at the top of the screen thing? Anyway, so then after that dried for overnight, I took a little bit of sandpaper on it again and painted it plain white. And then I took the little sandpaper over it again, and really I just went psh, psh, psh with the sandpaper. I did not scrub it with it, because really you're just knocking the hairy edges off of it. And I did, on those little crosses that I think I did a video on those. So yeah, that's, thank you, Dawn. So that's what I do. And then I take the clear glue, and this is the clear gel glue. This is the dollar store clear gel glue. And it comes out too fast. It comes out really gloopy gloppy. So what I like to do is take a sewing pin with the head in it. And instead of cutting off the tip, I stick it down in it. And then I keep it upside down I hold it in a little, like a kid's cup that I was going to throw away, that my grandkids don't use anymore. So I use this now for the water when I'm like painting something, or I stick my glue bottle in it when I'm gluing around. So those are the 3 of these, and I'm going to keep the one that doesn't look the best. They have also been polyacrylic. I have something else I got done. They also had the word blessed. And like you guys decided last time, you wanted an ombre from the dark up to the light, and there's 4 different shades. This is the blue one. And again, they have the tea light in it. This is the pink one, right? Yeah, that's the red to light pink. I like that one. That's pretty. And then I did a yellows, an orange to a very, very pale yellow. You like that one? Your favorite color is the blue? Thank you. I might put these on my Etsy shop, these 3. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them yet. I mean, as far as, pricing or putting them up or whatever. And I still have that bank account problem to work out with them. But I want to decide that this week. And you like the yellow one? I like that too, because that's for, that was my first choice for Easter. Yep, the orange to yellow. And I like the red, the pink, the red to pink too, because some people like pink a whole lot. I also wanted to do a rainbow type thing, and I had one that said family. So I painted it all white. And I went from the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And I did the fronts, let it dry. I did the tops pretty much, let that dry, everything that faced this way. So in between here and across the tops. And this morning I did this side, as if you're looking down on these sides. So every surface that you see in between here, that you see if you tip it this way, that's all done. And I still have these surfaces to do. Hi, Debbie W. Debbie and Dawn are here. Oh, thank you. So, and the problem is the gloppy glue. When there's too much glue on it, it slops over, and they like to float. They don't like to stick where I put them. But if I have my wax pencil very sharp and keep the goop off the tip of it and keep that very sharp, it works very well. So, and for this last set, I have to stand this up in between bottles of whatever I have sitting there, so that it keeps it standing up when I'm doing the edges that I need to do. So, and then I have some missing pieces on the top that I'm going to go back over and fix that. So that's going to take another couple days. That's probably just going to be, I don't know, maybe it'll just be me. It's going to take way too much time. And I have these to do yet. I have 3 of these butterflies. They're just painted white. I painted the inside white as well, so that it reflects the little light that's in it. Tammy and Robin, everybody, hello. And I started these little girls. I'm going to do 2 blondes and 2 brunettes. The blondes are going to be pink and blue. Now the wings, I'm going to put these are the blonde, And I'm going to put the silver, the light silver in the wing, but I just outlined it in the darker pink. So I have the darker pink outlines of her body too. And then I'm going to fill in the dress area with a light pink on this one and a light blue on this one. And I have two that I'm working on tonight where I'm going to do the brunette hair, and I'm going to do a dark green and a dark purple. Well, they're going to have, they're yellow. It's like a little bit of a yellow haired thing. It's like like an icy blonde. So I'm going to have a pink and a blue icy blonde. I'm going to have a purple and a green brunette. And I'm going to do the brunette hair tonight and do the outlines for the purple and green. I have several angels that I didn't do from Christmas time. They're the flat angels. I'm going to do them like the doves, basically with the white and gold. And I can leave them and sell them later on. I have a really thick that I got at a dollar store, really, really thick butterfly that it just has a clear coat on it. What? Oh, and I started doing the trays. Remember the trays? I just put the layer of glue in the bottom and sanded it off. I did one layer of white paint around the edges, inside and out the edges, and I sanded that off. You like teal? Yeah, light teal would be very pretty with the brunette. That would be very pretty. Let's see. So how about I give my white and gold angels silver hair? I'll do that. I'll give those angels some silver hair, silver halo, something like that. So there's some silver in the white and gold. I'm a gold girl, but I know a lot of people prefer silver instead. So these are the ones that, remember, I'm going to put the mini masterpieces, the cocktail mini masterpieces inside here. I'm going to glue that down in here. And then I'm going to take a resin. I'm going to do resin for the very first time and mix it and pour it over top of the mini masterpieces in here so that it has a flat surface. Because when you're doing these, you can tell it's not going to be all one level, and I don't want the drink spilling, even though it's in a little tray. So I'm going to do a very thin coating of resin just to make it flat. After that's completely done, then I'm going to do some kind of a fun kind of something or other on the outside edges of the little tray, I think. So that's what I'm doing this week. That's what I'm working on this week. I did not finish the mini masterpieces yet. I have 2 more to go of the series that we were doing before I opened the new boxes, which I opened. Now I want to show you. I said I had gotten some sparklers, more sparklers from Tmall. And let's see. I ordered, I went back to the Merry Making and More Etsy shop. Remember? Well, we were talking about it the other week, but I had gotten some Merry Mud from her that I liked, and I wasn't getting involved in all that other gobbledygook. So, but I want to show you what I did get from her. Merry Mud, yeah, I had gotten Merry Mud from her. Did you get some this week? I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. I got a cool sticker, first of all, and a little goodie, which is always fun. And instead of the Merry Mud this time, because I'm having trouble using the muds, the putties, I'm just not, it's me. It's not the putty, it's me. Doesn't work for me as well as I'd like it to. I'm going to stick to the waxes, the lightly colored waxes, the pink, blue, purple, yellow, white waxes that we all get. And maybe I will include the muds in some of the giveaways so that other people get a chance to try them as well. Lucky Charms Oreos. Oh, that's going to smell wonderful. That's a good choice. But I used to have a guinea pig. Remember we talked about pets last week? And one of the reasons we did is because I ordered a guinea pig cover minder. It was the last one she had, and I had to have it. Cotton candy. I bet that smells so awesome. So I thank Merry Making and More for her last guinea pig cover minder. So that came in the last week. I also got, this is from Tina. Okay, I went overboard with Tina. And I have to tell you, I can't wait to tell you my good and bad news, my bad and good news, because God is so good. It's just crazy how God works sometimes. It's just, I can't wait to share that with you. I'm like so excited. I'm just busting. Anyway, I'm going to wait till maybe an addiction. Yes, it can be. And I'm right there with you, honey. This whole diamond painting obsession is an addiction. And I have fallen hard, as you well know. And when you can go back and look at my 5 1 to 2 hour videos of my stash from A to Z. Yeah. And that was last year, a year and a half ago. Since then, I have been getting the sneak peeks and all the other things since then. So, I got, I didn't get a diamond painting, but I got other crafty things from not Crafties, not Craftique. Come on. They were going out of business, sort of. But they were able to renew because people were generous. And anyway, I got a message from FedEx or whomever it's coming by that it's on the way. So I'm happy with that. I got some stickers from Tmall. Or did I get these from someplace else? All right. The stickers did not come from her, I don't think. Oh, heck. I know I put 2 things in here at the same time. Most of these are all from Tmall. But I got some stickers, and I can't remember where. Oh, yeah, Wanda, before I forget again, Chuck Pinson is going to be live on Mindy's on the 25th. Thank you, I think, but I will let you know for sure. Thank you, Tammy. Craftably, thank you, Dawn. You guys are perfect. I'm like so... I can't wait. I can't wait to share my good news. Anyway, so I got some little stickery things, some flashy ones. And for some reason, this must have been a gift because I don't get flamingos. But for some reason, these flamingos were gifted. Maybe these were the gifts that came in. You saw Pinson the first time he was on Maritza. Maritza was quiet. I saw him on Mindy's the first time he was on. I did too. And that's what gave me the idea to start trying to do my own interviews. And he was first on my list because nobody was talking to him about the churches that he put in the background and the spirituality he puts in his paintings. And he said he was so eager to talk about that because nobody asks him that. So that will happen as soon as I get my freaking act together. And that's going to be sooner than later. And that can kind of go in with the other news. But anyway, let's wait on that. And I got some other cool stickers that were gems and undersea thingies. So these will be kind of fun to put in the junk journals. Maritza is never quiet. That's true. And I love that about her. You don't want somebody on a channel that's quiet all the time. When I'm quiet, people know I'm not feeling well. Or I'm having one of my meltdowns. But anyway, from Tmall, I got this wonderful little coloring card. It's a 2-sided one. So it has the full thing on the back, and it has the one with the Lord is my strength and my song. And this week, definitely. Look up the art picture by him, Alpine Serenity, and look in the cloud. Oh, I can't wait. I'm writing that one down. I'm writing that one down. Alpine Serenity. Chuck. I like the one, he did one of heaven. He did this staircase that had this heavenly body behind him. Alpine Serenity. I will look that up for sure. I need to keep a really big pile of scrap paper here because you guys give me so many ideas that I want to look up. Okay, so I'm going to open Tina's order, and as I do that, I want to show you the I'm sending her 4 of my cover minders that I have up on my Etsy shop, the yellow daffodil that I crocheted, and it's kind of plastic, but it kind of looks like metal, like it's got a heart on it. It's the clockwork, the steampunk clockwork one. And these 2 are the spring ones that have you unscrew them and they have the wax in them, and they have a little bit of a tangerine scent in the lid. So that was my spring tangerine. I never did get to make the other 2, but I do have 2 other scents to use. And more ideas coming. So anyway, I have to get that back up and running. I have, out of the 4,000 watch hours, I am now at 3,872 watch hours. The 4,000 is when I can start making pennies from the ads that also pop up. And if anybody wanted to do a super chat or something like that, if they ever, got a win to do that, they could do that too. So it means finally going to monetize. I know, Tommy, I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited. I'm just I'm overjoyed. And I'm up to 1,130 something subscribers. It gives me goosebumps. I'm tickled. Which is why I spent the whole week offline. I don't know, but sometimes you just need to give yourself that grace when things are just cocked up, Okay, so I have my packing slip from Tmall, and I got a couple sets, and I got some limited release thingies. Let me see. Okay, so let me see if I can figure out what I got. She gave me a stretchy fun little bracelet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys help me there. You guys are the ones who get me there. And another little card with her information on it. She said, I've been emailing her back and forth, and she said when I send her stuff, she'll be glad to put it up on her Friday night. Gifty things, her Happy Mail thing, and some more of her fun stickers. You got 2 of the bracelets. She's so sweet. She's so generous. And there's this keychain, this blingy rainbow keychain, which is so cool. Because now that I have to give back, my my work keys. That's a hint. I need another keychain on there. And this is some putty. I think it's from Putty from her. It just is a little thank you. And some green washi tape as a thank you. And this is her phrase. DP with sparklers on the thin green washi tape. And I love washi tape. Thin green or whatever. Okay, I got a whole bunch of round ABs because I found I didn't have enough of them to complete the doves. I was running out of them when I did the dove, and I thought, okay, this is really what I needed. But in addition, this is everything else I got. I'm nuts. I admit it. I'm bananas. Okay, there's another goodie in here. And I got some more of the pink crowns. I don't know why, but I like them. The ones that have the starburst in them. Okay, maybe that's because this was Mystical Moments. It came with another one of her wonderful trays, and I've been using the other one exclusively this week. It's just perfect. In her, is this the limited, the March 2003 limited release? No, it was a February it was limited release. This was the March. Okay, March square set, Mystical Moments, limited edition. Okay, so these are squares. I do mostly square paintings anyway. So this has a purple heliotrope that goes with it. It has some green crowns, which are the starburst ones. So I guess that's why that was in there. The pink one was in there too. There are red crystals and pink square crystals. And like a light greenish, bluish green. It's not a teal. Maybe it's more like, oh yeah, I guess it is teal, but it's more on the green side. And then it comes with the little tiny circles that, the rounds that are the fit squares. So this one's the Aurora Fall, which is like a pinky purple, pink purple gold. You can't see it from that. So let me shake it down beyond the sticker here. And this one is Aurora Spring, which is a green brown, like a St. Patrick's green. Isn't it beautiful? They almost change colors when you look at them. They're green and brown at the same time. It's really cool. Like one of the colors is in the background, one of them's in the foreground, and they love her square metallics. S4S. What's S for S? If you're still on in 3 hours, I'll pop. Oh, hi, Zara. Okay, yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here. Yeah, I have, I guess at that point I'll repeat my good news and my bad news and that kind of stuff. But it's a lot of good news. So anyway, here is the other one. This is, which one? This one is probably the rainbow set. Well, maybe Processed by Elimination. That's Autumn Days. That's Skin Deep. So it's not one of those two. The Winter White I just showed you. Well, maybe it'll show me. This one has a rainbow of colors, and they are... I think these are the glitters, because I didn't know what... When I got the one sneak peek... Sparklers for squares. Yes, that's exactly what they are. See, the abbreviations like go right over my head. I know it's easier to type that in, but I'm like, I just like whatever. Okay, so these are the glitter ones. These are a whole set of her glitters. When I had gotten the sneak peek that had some glitter in it, the glitters in it, I did not know what they were. And I thought they were like glow in the dark ones. And even though I made that mistake in what I was saying, people corrected it. I went and researched it, and it actually gave me extra views on the video. So I really can't say it was a bad thing that I messed it up, but I did not do it on purpose, I promise. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 colors. So there's like 3 different purples, like reddish purpley things. And it does have the numbers of them on the front. I'm going to dump out one so we can see what it looks like. There are several different shades of greens. And I love greens. And you can bet that these are going to go in some of the new ones that I got. We have 2 reds. Like that. we have 3 orangey ones. Those are the numbers for those, if you can see them. And 2 blues, a light blue and a dark blue. So I'm not sure which one I should open and pour out. But today I feel like I'm in a purple mood. How about a purple? In her white tray. Let's see what that looks like. I want a deeper. I know I got greens and browns in with the one that I got. Oh my gosh. Why didn't I open them up to look at them on camera before? And I'll tape some of these on with my good camera too for a regular video, because I don't think you're going to get the best look at them under this silly camera. The glitters have like this gold and silver glitter embedded in the top of the color. So depending on where you look at it, you can see the shine coming off of them. And I regret that you can't see it on the live feed. But look, this week I'm going to do an unboxing of these. I'm going to open them all up, the glitters, and show them in the camera that can get close and can see them really well. These are impressive. These are very impressive. Oh, I'm so glad I got these. And I can think of like 4 different good diamond paintings that I can replace them in there. You use glitters for flowers? That's perfect use for them. That is a perfect use for them. I know I showed you I had gotten the butterfly, the test butterfly done. I didn't get the video out on that, but all the videos on that have been taken. They've all been recorded, and now I have to actually put them all together in one big conglomeration and edit them down. So that'll be up this week too. So hopefully it's an apology for not being up this week, but crap happens. So you also use pearls for flowers. That's a great use of the pearls. So I'm going to put these wonderful things over here until I can find nope, I'm not going to do that yet because I have to do the unbagging. Goofy me. Okay, here's another one that is the square crystals. Okay, and is there a special? No. Well, I guess this is just the February limited release squares. 2, 4, 6, 7. I thought there were 8. Oh well, I just mixed up the names for them. But these are the colors I got in the squares. This has like an iridescent. It's like a blue-green with a very light iridescent on a clear. These are all the squares. And this one is like a dark blue, but it has a rainbow. Can you see the pinky, purpley rainbow on top of the blue? Some of that's coming through. This is a yellow that has like a green-blue haze to it. Try not to block the light, but not let it flare back on you. This is like an orangey red. And that's number 335. I'm glad she numbers them. I would be hopeless at trying to match them up. This is a very pink crystal. And she said the crystals are glass. And that's the difference with them. This is $8.98, and it's like a peacock green-blue. This one is a little bit of a pinky purple. You understand how life can knock you down sometimes. Yep, everybody has that. Just got over that stomach bug that's going around. It has me so down and out. I needed help with my 6-year-old. 6-year-olds are a handful too. So I totally get that. And this is a brown because I knew I wanted some brown in my grouping of goodies because I have a lot of landscapes. So I thought these colors would be good for landscapes. Oh, Robin, I know. I'm glad you're over it now. I hope you're feeling back up in shape and that you're doing good and that you had enough help that you needed this week. Because that can really suck. This is her Skin Deep edition. And this is, like I said, it's square set again. Skin Deep starter set. Yeah. So, and these are all Aurora Borealis. These are all ABs. So they have a shine to them. And they're square. But these are two of the colors. And you can see them better on the back. And this is another one of the darker shades. I think these skin colors are absolutely beautiful. We have a very pink. 819. Your sister is a jewel when it comes to helping you out, and that's perfect. I am so glad. And these are two different peach numbers as well. So we get several light shades and several darker shades, and I think that's absolutely awesome. And I don't think that this one was originally in the Skin Deep pack, so I don't know where it came from. It certainly doesn't fit. Maybe it's the number 8 one I missed in the other one that I kind of got it back in the wrong packet, possibly. But I don't think these rounds for square sparklers, even the silver, is a skin tone. So, the glassy sparklers. Love them, love them, love them. And then I got a pack of Autumn Days colors. And that, and I'll show you that one yet. Really shouldn't show you everything up close and personal and then show you again in the video because then there's no surprising. Oh, it must be because in the Autumn Days I have a sparkler, an orange glassy sparkler, rounds the size of squares. These are gorgeous. 2 yellows, 2 oranges, a green, and a red. And I'm going to have trouble holding them all out at the same time. Beautiful, beautiful colors. And there's 3 of them. The first 3. It's like a pastel fall, almost. And then the deep orange sparkler. I did get a haul. I did. I couldn't resist this time. And like I said, they'll show up a lot better in my other camera, in the real video. And it's kind of fun. I saw some hitchhikers in there too, which would be kind of fun to look at. So that's why I'm sending her some fun things. I got some Temu goodies this week. Now, along with my new gadgets video, I got one of those flatteners that you roll over, you know, instead of like a rolling pin that you roll over your diamond pin, you'd see if they're all flat. I don't know if they'll work or not yet, but we shall see. I got some papers for the junk journals. I'm going to be doing something on that. Oh, yeah, I got some. I don't know why I got two of them. I didn't want two different. I wanted two different ones. These are kind of like clear. Hey, Deb, how you doing? Deb Cajun is coming in. I got some clear flower stickers from Temu. I got some like old die cuts. And again, I'll open them all up. I got some paper lace. I'll do that on camera this week. I got some gates. They're going to be pretty. Some paper lace gates. Some coffee stickers. Some like old masters paper cuts. All this other stuff. And mostly I'll have, when I open them up, they're for the junk journals. The Age of Steam, I've got two of those. More of the flowery thingies. And I don't know what this is. Why I got a small pack of white cards. I don't need white cards. You're at $4.99. Oh, we've got to push her over 500. If you guys have not subscribed to Diamond Pain Cajun, go over to her. Go over to her thing after you're done here and subscribe on her YouTube site, Diamond Pain Cajun. Let's pop her over the 500. I'm so excited for you, Deb. That's awesome. That is flippin' awesome. I got these, you know, the beaded bracelets you used to get, that, well, they had the little beads that had the really thick, like, corded bracelet that went through it. These have like either red or blue or green or whatever. They look like little round gem thingies that went on with those. They were like Pandora beads, something like that. Yep, nicely done. Hey, Dreamer, how you doing? Glad to have you here. Like I said, I'll open them up and show everybody later. I got two pieces of jewelry. They were like $1.50, $3, something like that. Am I trying? Yes, I'm trying to help out a channel. Of course I am. People have helped me out. I'm going to help back. Absolutely. So glad to see everybody here. If you're lurking, please just jump in and say hi. You don't have to say anything more. Just jump in and say hi. Let me know you're here. I know there are 68 of you, 65, 68, who usually wind up watching maybe even after the fact. And if you come in later and watch the rerun, click back and put a comment down and just put a little emoji or something in the comments. You don't have to put a full comment in or anything. And I would just love to know who lurks around. I would love to have that. And if you aren't subscribed, I would love to have you a subscriber. This is one of the necklaces. It's so boho. I just love that my hippie heart is singing with this one. It's just so boho. I love it. So that's one of the necklaces. And I did not order two of these, but I got two of these. So somebody may end up with it in a Happy Mail pack at some point. I mean, like I said, they're not much, though. It's not like I spent a gigantic amount on them. But it's oranges and blues. And it's big and chunky. It kind of goes with what I'm wearing, actually. Maybe I should just put one on. I can do that. Just put one on. It goes with the one I'm wearing, which is a Walmart special this week. Retail therapy is what that's called. But it was just a cheapo Walmart retail therapy for the shirt I have on. Yep, Diamond Painting Cajun. And when Dreamer Craft Corner gets all her goodies up, we're going to work on subbing to her. There was somebody last week we were subbing to. So, yeah, I like to spread the wealth around. You guys have been so good to me. And you're so loyal, and you come back and put up with me every week. And I'm just, of course, I'm going to shout out your channels too. Absolutely, of course, you're good creators. And I think it makes everybody better when we're up on it all together. Absolutely. Absolutely, Deb. I help everybody. I want to help other people too. People are good to me. I'm going to give it back. So this, it kind of goes with the colors. So why not? I'll wear it tonight. Let me see. And if it falls apart, you'll all know at the same time. All right. So that's that. And let me move that. What else is going on here? Oh, for the planner community, Zara, when she reads this back, she'll like this. This I got from, it's a gal out of Belgium, but I didn't know that at the time I was ordering from her. So it comes through Deutsche Post, which is Germany. And she is from the Netherlands, Amsterdam. And her thing is called Planny Thing Shop, Plany Thing Shop.com. And I'll show you the goodies I got from her. Now, there are many types of journals, but one is called a traveler's journal. And I love the colors, the pink and purple and green and chrysanthemums, and the inside looks so cool. This is one where you thread the booklet through. You have a whole set of different like travel booklets. And this is like an A5, a half, like a half 8.5 by 11 folded in half type thing. It's got 2 pockets, and you put the different booklets that you make inside of there. And you can, they were on clearance on her shop. So I'm like, yes, please. The other one is the happy planners that I have been showing. And this is like a Hawaiian flowery wonderfulness with the band, which I absolutely love. It has the bands that you can put your own booklets in, or you can slide in a happy planner size in it. So that's the Hawaiian theme one. Or I can put one of my junk journals in it and use this as a cover. Hey, Marla, glad you're here. Everybody say hi to Marla. Glad you're here. I love how you guys are all talking to each other tonight. That makes my heart happy. Can she put her own link up? Absolutely. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. That's what we do. Pay it forward. Yes, that's what we do. Absolutely. Go right ahead. Dreamer made her 500. Yep, but let's pop her above 5. Yep, 501 now. Perfect. Awesome. Hey, make sure your next video you tell everybody you jumped over 500 through my chats, and maybe they'll come over and say hi to me too next time. Oh, we love ya. We love ya. We want the Afghan kitty. What is that? Is that a giveaway? Oh, that's the giveaway. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And this was also from Planner Thingy. She had some gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous washi tapes that went with the teal and the purples of the one planner cover that I saw. And I watch Planning with Bumble a lot. She's like heart of my heart type thing. She has ADHD. She has depression. She has all the kind of crap that I go through. So I sympathize with her. She loves the graph um, washi tape that has the graph, because she uses that on lots of stuff. And she's the one who turned me on to this shop. So all these different washi tapes are in that color family. And then I have two of her sticker books, two more of her sticker books from her. So I'll be opening them up and showing them on a upcoming video. On that video I will put out for the giveaway, it will give me something to talk about. Yay! You guys can talk about me, good or bad. You can talk about me all you want. It's all right. And like I said to the gals earlier, you guys have put me. You need 4,000 watch hours to get into the monetization zone, along with the other things. And you guys have put me up to 3870 something. So I need a little over 100 watch hours, and I've made my monetization goal, and I'll start being able to make pennies from the ads that they forcibly shove onto my site that you probably are already accosted with. And I apologize for that, but girl got to make a living now. Now that this will be my sole income for a while. So I do, before I show you, before I get into doing my fairies again with y'all, I think there was one more thing that I can't get. One more thing. No, two more things. I got from scrapbooking.com, I got a heat tool organizer. You know, you use your heat gun and your glue gun and things like that. While it's still hot, this is one of those. You can put all that kind of stuff in here, put it on your table, and it's white. I love white. So I got that for all my hot things that I use. Showed the Happy Planner box. I got some of the Lumi deodorant stuff, which I absolutely love. Yes, you did. Well, Cajun one too. I believe so, didn't I? Didn't I send you one, Cajun? I think I did. Yeah, I did, Deb. Absolutely. This I got today in the mail. I have no idea where it came from. I don't know. I got my April sneak peek already, so I didn't open that. What is this from? It's a diamond painting. Yeah. Diamond Painting Pro. So let's see. Oh, good. Dreamer Craft Corner is now at $6.79. Very good. You need 1,000 subscribers. You need 4,000 watch hours, which is not as easy to get as one might think, unless something goes viral, or unless you have to have a steady, like, yeah, I'm doing this enough time every week that you have a steady climb. And then you have to have two other, like, no strikes against you for profanity or any of that kind of crap. And then there's another one that, like, I don't know, I don't remember, but there's at least 4 things you have to do. For me, 2 are like easy. You won the handmade planner thingy. Oh, good. Awesome. See, I know you guys are up. Okay, I got another one of those awesome boats. And there must be 2 in here because I got 2 of them. Yeah, there's 2 in here. Which ones did I order? One's a teeny tiny one. That's a whole bunch of butterflies. And one's another small one that is not that, and it's got like plants and I don't know. We'll have to open that one up on camera this week. And like I said, I have some crafty stuff from Craftably supposedly coming. So you'll get a whole week's worth of videos this week. And that should jump me up. That should get me at least that, plus the sneak peek to come will definitely bump me up over the 4,000 hours because I'm so close up to that. Okay. Enough of that business. you have to have so much watch time. Yeah, the 4,000 watch hours. I only need like 100 and some yet, and I've been making like 80 to 100 a week. Mainly because you guys are here every Tuesday night. I love you. I love you. Thank you. I mean that with all my heart. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? Yeah, my God, I lived the whole week in 2 days this week. Last week, the reason I wasn't on a whole lot, last week, my mom came and was dumping on me about my hoard. And she does that once in a while. She keeps her mouth shut a whole lot. I love her dearly. It's not her fault. It is everything she says it is. I'm just not in an emotional place where I can attack it. And I'm going to be starting, the other decision I made is I'm going to be starting a Patreon type of thing. And if anybody wants to see my hoard and see the emotional mess I get in trying to get rid of it and my success in small successes, I am going to be putting that on a Patreon thing. And when I do my giveaways and stuff, they'll be announced there first and yada, 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 all kinds of stuff. Anyway, that remains to be seen in the next next month or two. So, okay, so back to the hoarding. That's my ADD. I jump around. You guys know that. I love you for not. I'm doing a 3-month YouTube premium trial currently, but if I go back, then I'll watch all your ads. Don't worry about it. That's fine too. That's absolutely fine. It'll allow me when I'm monetizing. It'll allow me, like, if anybody puts a buck up on Super Chat or whatever, when you're in the chat mode and you feel so moved, that will jump into the account too. But that's definitely not required to hang around here. It's just what some people like to do. Okay, so you will be able to see up close and personal my hoard if you join the Patreon thing. I don't want it out to everybody just to bump into on YouTube, because that can be kind of embarrassing. But and I hesitated doing that for the longest time because my name would be out there and attached to it. And it's not the kind of thing that, it's one thing to say that you're depressed and you have been depressed since you've been a child and have been on depression meds since you've been like 8. Chemical imbalance runs in the family, all kinds of things. Finding out your ADD later on, you have PTSD issues, all kinds of crap. It's one thing to admit to that when in this day and age having mental health problems is not the anathema, the curse, the oh God, stay away from that person that it used to be, or hide that person in the attic that it used to be. Thank God. People are much more inclined to say, okay, we're all we all have faults. We all have stuff we're dealing with. I love you, Marla. Thank you. That's the courage I need to go on. I'm hoping. That's exactly what I'm hoping. Not just to reveal the crap that I'm going through, but maybe somebody can be inspired by it and it'll help somebody else make the decision to get healthy. So, and it's the real me. It's time for me to just be me. It's just me. It's who I am. Love me or not love me, that's fine. I'm not going to hide me anymore because I'm not hiding anymore. I'm not going to. It's just not going to happen. I'm tired of trying to be people that I think other people want me to be. I am tired of hiding the real me. I am tired of pulling my punches, of not standing up to things that when people say hurtful things to me, including family, I love them. I love them with all my heart, but that doesn't mean they can't hurt you when they don't want to hurt you, but they do. So anyway, my mom came over last week and It takes me 3 days to recover from, are you listening to me? This is, this has got to be done by such and such a date, and this is not good, and this is not healthy, and you have to live to these standards, or you can't stay here, and blah blah blah. And it throws my shame issues, my anxiety issues into overdrive, and it becomes like a little volcano. And it takes me 3 days of locking myself in and self-soothing. The only time I go out is if I have an appointment that I have to make. And she doesn't know that. Okay, she doesn't know. Oh, Deb, you had oh man, you had dental work. Oh, that's hurtful. The numbing wore off, and so did your Tylenol. Oh, sweetie. Well, I wish you, oh, you're so awesome. You're gonna make me cry. Yes, definitely feel better, Deb. Know that you're in my prayers and that you heal quickly. Salt water. Swish with salt water, and, it'll help in no time. It does. So, yeah, I had to take 3 days of just overloading on watching other people's YouTubes and eating ice cream and not getting off my chair, and actually not. It's kind of embarrassing, but sometimes I stay in the same clothes for 3 days when I'm like that. I just don't change. I don't shower. I don't do anything. I just cocoon. I let my husband in. I let my son in because he has good news about the apartment that he's moving into. He's all excited about that. He's excited about applying for a new job, and my husband didn't know that until yesterday, that it's at his company. And I got some great news to share with my husband. And anyway, that was the difficult news. And then yesterday I got laid off from work at the call center due to they wrote a wonderful letter that said, well, 2 of us got laid off because of lack of work in the spring. And I'm glad they worded it that way, because now I can get meager unemployment, which is a pittance and nothing, which is fine. Thank you for understanding, you guys. Thank you so much. You have an aunt that's a whirlwind. She's exhausting. Yes, I can be exhausting too, and I don't want to visit that on you guys, but I'm getting to the good part. I'm getting to the awesome part. So yesterday, like I said, I was laid off from that, and a sense of, I started laughing. I started laughing to myself, not to them. I just said, thank you for the letter. I'll come in to get my stuff on Wednesday. I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and blah, blah, blah. I'll come in to get it Wednesday. So tomorrow I'm going in to get my stuff and saying goodbye to everybody, and that kind of thing. I'm just going to be in and out and giving my keys back and empty my locker, that kind of stuff, which is fine. Oh, thank you, Deb. So that's cool. I just started laughing, and I'm like, okay, God, what is this? Why am I laughing? I have now no income. I still have rent. I still have my internet. I still have my school loan, which is higher than my mortgage payments. So what's going on here? You're right. You're right, Marla, and I'm getting to that. At one door, a window and another door do open often. That's the way God leads sometimes. When you are not willing to take the plunge and you need a change, God sometimes says, okay, I need to close this so that you can go a different direction. And, I've been thinking about going back into ministry, maybe doing some work at a home, or like a senior living facility, that kind of thing. There's like 3 online that are asking for people, but I have to get my ministry standing back before I can do that. Yep, there are definitely reasons, and you'll see in a minute. So I just started laughing, and I'm like, okay, this was yesterday, Monday. Okay, this was yesterday. Today's only Tuesday. Now this was like at 11 o'clock or something in the afternoon. My husband always calls on his way home from work. I texted him like, I guess I'm on unemployment again. Talk to you later, whatever. So he called me up. He did read my text, but he was so excited about his news. Okay. Oh, and I talked to my spiritual sister in a different state that she and I wrote a book together, and we might be doing some online stuff together. We were talking about, which is another thing that's coming up. Anyway, she always makes me feel happy. She always makes me feel awesome, and I try to make her feel awesome too when she's going through stuff. Anyway, we're doing this spiritual thing every Wednesday, and we were talking about it yesterday, and after an hour and a half with her, I always feel so much better. So that helped. That was after I lost my job thing. So then about 5 o'clock, when he calls on his way home from work, this is God. This is God. Mark says, I was called into the boss's office today. He said, I got the biggest bonus I've ever gotten. And he got a raise, which is way beyond what I would make in a year and have made in a year. And he has a job where he has to be a couple days a week. He had to be in a nitrogen environment in this experimental unit that he had to be in every week. And it was giving him nosebleeds. And it was for years and years and years. Okay. He's been doing this and coming home with nosebleeds and headaches every weekend. They told him yesterday that he never has to be in that environment again. They're doing things differently. They saw the inside of this hood that he has to wear that the bloody noses would show. And they gave him a bonus. They gave him a raise. They told him he didn't have to be in that environment ever again. I am so happy for him. And it more than offsets anything I was making at the phone company. And it's like, I just, won't he do what? Won't he do it? Oh, he's like happy. So now tonight when he called, I said, no, so how's my successful husband? And then he got a call yesterday that he said, well, why are you applying for a lesser job here? Because I didn't. And my son is Junior, so his name is exactly the same as my husband's. He being God, I know, right? Well, he, she, them, universe, love, spirit. I call God spirit because God's all of those things and more. Anytime I can put God in a box, it's too small of a God for me. I just say spirit, and that covers everything. Unless I'm talking to my buddy, Jesus, my brother. Anyway, brother, lover, heart, whatever you want to call Jesus too. Anyway, so tangent back. Here, my son applied, found a job online that Mark's office put on one of the sites, one of the job sites that is for making more than he makes now. So they thought my husband was applying for it, but it's a lesser job than what he has now, especially after all the perks he just got. So his boss's boss said, what are you doing? He said, no, that's my son. I didn't even know he was applying. So Mark called him on the way home from work, and my son said, yeah. He said, if I get the job, we can carpool. So my son is getting a new apartment. he's coming in every weekend saying, I got my bedroom furniture, I got this, I got that. My buddy is bringing in his stuff. He's so excited. He's got a friend who wants to come in and cook for them once in a while, who's a chef. I mean, he wants to he wants to have me over for some D&D games sometimes. Once or twice I played a role-playing game with him, and I really had a lot of fun with his nerd guys, and it just was awesome. And his best friend who is moving in with him has a YouTube channel, a streaming channel on a game site. So the two of them are going to, and my son has a sense of humor that just keeps people rolling. He does voices, he does characters, he's hilarious. He's got a dry sense of humor that just is hilarious. So he and his buddy are going to be doing the YouTube streaming together, and that's going to go through the roof. And if he gets this new job, he's going to be making more too. And he's on top of the moon. So I've decided that, now that I don't have the pressure on me that I've had before. Am I talking too much? Now that I don't have the pressure on me that I've had for a while, it feels so good to be out from underneath that. I'm going to put more time into the YouTube channel for you guys. I'm going to be throwing a whole lot of stuff up there and seeing what sticks. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't comment on it. If you do like it, make sure you comment on it and or put a smile emoji or something in the comment section, and I'll know that it's something you want me to do again or whatever. So feel free. And like I said, Zara, our Aussie wonder, he's going to come back in later on. You live in YouTube land too. I have made more wonderful friends through YouTube than I think I've made my whole life in person. So anyway, so Zara and I are going to be doing a Bible study together and inviting everybody to be in on that with us and all kinds of stuff. I've got some a series of things free and paid for with my best friend who I made the book with. You don't have to. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Yeah, hitting the like button and sometimes just putting an emoji like a little smiley face or a thumbs up in the emojis or whatever is good too. But thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. That way I know that I'll make more of them or something similar to it. And today I saw my spiritual director again. Spiritual director is like a spiritual companion. This one also happens to be a counselor, and she's very, very creative. She's an artistic person. And I've been waiting to go to her for a while because she has this new PTSD technique that's kind of like a patterning or a training so that you, I don't know, have these resources and stuff. Crashly's evil twin brother. Okay, hi. Welcome. So we did some things today that that's Caden. That is I don't know. I cried through the whole session today, which is a good cry. It's a good cry. And it was very cathartic and very cleansing. And I'm so happy tonight. Oh, okay. Crashly's your evil twin. Caden's your evil twin. That's fun. See you on Crafty Jen. Awesome. So anyway, that's that from the week, and I'm back in touch with my purpose, and whether it's online or whether it'll be in person, it'll still be facilitating ways where people and God can get closer together in whatever way that happens to be. I remembered a time, like some of you know, I am a minister, and I haven't been, because of burnout, I haven't been in a church for 3 or 4 years now. And I remembered one of the times where I was an interim minister, which means you come in when one pastor leaves and you help set them up transition time before they hire a new pastor to stay, a settled pastor, they call that. And I'm like an interim pastor. I stay for a year and a half, whatever's needed, take them through the steps to get the new pastor in, that kind of thing. Right? So it's a purposeful thing. I knew I was only there for that time. At the end of the year and a half, there was this one lady who would be talking through everything, drove my best friend nuts, because she'd be like trying to hear the service and everything. And this gal and her daughter would be always talking, and we kind of overheard. They didn't know we were having lunch in a pizza shop at the same time they were, and we heard some comments that she made, and it's like, was she talking about church today? She was just at, okay then. But I know, right? And so, but she paid me the biggest compliment. She paid me the biggest compliment that I've ever had in ministry. And it hit me right to where my purpose in life is. She said, this was like the day I was leaving, we cut the cake and everything. Everybody's shaking their hands on the way out and everything. And she said, in front of my best friend who heard all this other stuff going on, she said, you're the first pastor who didn't just pray for us and with us. You taught us how to pray. And oh my God, that's like... So today, my spiritual director, that came up in our session today, and it's reconnecting me with my passion, reconnecting me with part of the reason I'm put here on this earth. So some of the things that are going to go up on the site, like I said, I'm going to throw a whole bunch of stuff up there and see what sticks. And some of them will be on the spiritual side. I'm going to keep up this fun, wonderful stuff, because, if you don't like the inspirational part, you don't have to. I mean, I'm not going to force you to watch it. And it won't be on everything. It'll be a lot like what it's been. It'll just be added stuff to what I've been doing. So there'll still be the fun stuff, but I'm going to add some of the other stuff just to see what happens. And I've gotten a little bit of encouragement from some of you guys before. So I'm going to try. I'm going to see what happens. But the heaviness is off. The heaviness that now it's time for me to deal with my hoard. I love when I'm reading in chat. Crafts with Crashly's twin. No. I get confused. You're funny on Jen's live. I gotta drop in on Jen's live. That's another on my list now. It comes natural. I love that. Thank you for talking to each other too and keeping that going. I love seeing that going on in the background. That's perfect. And thank you for the encouragement, Jamie. I appreciate it. So that's enough of all that soupy stuff. Oh my gosh, I've been yapping at you for like an hour and a half now. Holy cow. If I've missed anybody that has left because you needed to. I understand. Her name is Jen. Okay. I'm Jen's Live. What's Jen's channel name again? Is that the Crashly? Crash with Crashly? And what night of the week is that on? Yeah, we'll get through it all. We'll get through it together. I'm going to try not to overdo it, Dawn. I'm an all or nothing type of person. I either throw myself completely into something or I'm not. I just like blow it off. It's like 200% or zero. Unfortunately, the uncrafty crafter. Yep. Okay. What night of the week is hers on? What time? I know. I want to make it to Mindy's with Chuck. The end of the month. EOM. Thursday. Okay. Thursday live. I know T-Moss is on Friday nights. So I'll be popping in and out of them sometimes more. Think spring, warm weather and more light. Absolutely. We had some snow squalls today. I'm like, seriously? It's cold and windy and today. So let me bring you down. I'm going to be on 10 p.m. Thank you. See, we're all on late. 10 p.m. Eastern, or because I'm in Eastern. T-Mall's at 11:30. She's on earlier than that. That must be Wednesday. Crash with Crashly is Wednesday. Then Tia is after. Okay. Wednesday. The other one's at 10 p.m. I'll search around and I'll look on their YouTube sites. I'm sure it has it on there too. It's the one that's on there. So let me shove you down so you can we can chat, and I'll be like working on my goodie here. Hang on. I'm gonna put hair in my brunettes here. Brown hair on these little girls. And I hope I got the brown and not the orange. Okay. One at a time, ladies. One at a time. Yeah, so. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Crashly live and being more active in other people's streams and supporting everybody else. Who was that? Have you been diamond painting? Yeah, how long? Is it, you mean how long have I been diamond painting? Or for at least 4 years now, for me. And I do a lot of pre-made packaging things, but these are just the fun stuff I'm doing on the side. I showed a lot of them at the beginning of the stream. So, and I'm using, for this, I'm just using dollar store things that I've sanded, painted, and I'm using dollar store gel glue. That's all I'm doing. And these are the gems, extra gems that I collected from all the sparkly ones that I put together, and I just don't throw them out when I'm done. And I've been getting some new stuff from Tmall to use in substituting in paintings. So there's that. Crafting with Shay is on Sunday, and nut butter hasn't been on for a minute. Really? Well, I'm going to have to find one almost every night of the week, except the nights that I spend with my hubby in the evening. Tuesday and Thursday night until like 9:30. Hubby hangs out. We have dinner together and he hangs out at night. Because we're still living in two different domiciles on the same property, but just he's in the house with my daughter and my grandkids, and I'm in the house with my mom in the front of the house where my grandmother used to live, my grandparents used to live. Tons and tons of cool childhood memories here. Down the rabbit hole with sparklers. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to do my unboxings this week of all my sparklers and show them with my regular camera, which does a lot better job on the colors and up close and stuff like that than this webcam does. It's Butter doing mermaids. Whip and Chat Caden. Yeah, so many events. I'm thinking the women's sparklers, I think that's Sparkling Women. I think that's the one I'm like, I didn't hashtag yet, but that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing one that has like a Joan of Arc on it, that has like a I am the storm type of saying on it. I'm doing the words on it differently because I can't stand the ones that have the words but then do them in so many different colors you can't tell what it's saying at the end. So I'm redoing the wording on them. Doing them in one single color and wrapping one or two single colors around them rather than going crazy on colors around them so I can tell what it actually says. And I'll be showing them when I'm done. And I have the video coming up on the different types of sealers, whether you need a sealer, when you need a sealer, when you don't need a sealer, what type of sealers are out there, do they do better or worse than Mod Podge, that kind of thing. So I'm going to be doing a comparison video on that. That's coming up. I did the Tmall sampler butterfly with all the special drills in place. I have a longer video on a how-to on that coming up. Unboxings that I've previewed tonight. One on how to do what I'm doing now on woodcuts from the dollar store. That's coming up. Tell me she is, but she usually goes live, but it's been a while. Is there a reason why she hasn't gone live? Is she just doesn't have the time right now, or has she been like creating other things? Has she been busy with a challenge instead? Is there something that we can encourage her with? I wanted to say happy birthday to the March birthdays. That's in my book down here. Oops. It'd be easier to get to my stuff too if I weren't in the middle of the hoard problem here. Let's see. No, that's all the raw videos. Where are the birthdays? Yeah, all the birthdays. Okay. The March birthdays are Helen Melquist from Denmark, Talita Silva from Peru, Teresa Silva, and Linda Anderson. Happy birthday, ladies. Happy birthday in March. I neglected to say happy birthday in January to Noella Bird from Edmonton, Sharon Powis from England, and Maria Clark from Colorado. Happy January birthday, ladies. February was Jamie Clonch. Happy birthday, Jamie, from the States. Tracy Levine. Diane Dufour is from Quebec, and Susan Hazel is from Ontario. So if you have a birthday January, February, or March, and I haven't named you, your birthday's July. Do I have your form? I have a form to fill out. It's usually in the description of my videos, called a subscriber sheet, membership sheet type of thing. It just has your preferences. I'm hoping to get some Happy Mail out, and I wanted to do little birthday things on your birthday month. Haven't gotten them made yet to mail out, so I'll have your preferences. What kind of diamond paintings you like? I've got so much stuff. I need to give more away, and all kinds of stuff in my giveaway box here. And it also has your address, your mailing address, it asks for your email, and if you have a channel, what your channel name is, so I can help you support that. So that kind of thing. It's usually down in the description box below. If you haven't sent me your birthday, even though I have your form, email me your birthday, wandasworkbasket@gmail.com. If you can't find the link, email me at wandasworkbasket@gmail.com, and I will be glad to send you the little form. I keep it confidential. I don't sell it to anybody. I only use it so I know what to send you and where to send it if I get something that I think you might like. And some of you on here have already won some stuff from me, have gotten some stuff from me back in November when I did that giant giveaway. So I do what I say I'm going to do for the most part. Some of these are really light brown. They must have gotten the wrong barrel of monkeys here. You have kaleidoscope sparklers. Oh, I have to see them. You might not be in the J-Wall, Tammy. As I received my diamond painting, it's damaged. They want me to send it back. Then they will send a new one, or I keep it and they give you 15% off your next order. I guess it's because the delivery is so expensive in these days. Was that the one from Deutschland? I didn't open my Deutschlands yet. I just didn't want to open up my tube, and knowing that it's double-sided tape, I just didn't open them up to look at them because I'd have to open up the whole tape. And I'm going to order the Black Ghost and Kaleidoscope Sparklers. Ooh, they sound awesome. I don't know what use I would have for those at this moment. I told them no, they need to send me a shipping label, and when I receive the tracking number, then I will send it back. If not, I want a full refund with a shipping label still. That's hard, though, Tammy. It might be because of the price of sending. You shouldn't have gotten a damaged one, that's for sure. But was it the shipping company that damaged it, or did you receive it damaged? Was it from Deutschland, or was it from Uniquely Yours Down Under, or another company? I forget. You'll have to remind me what company it was from, because if it's from overseas, the shipping is next to craziness. is just not fun. And Black Ghost 2. I don't believe I know what the sparklers look like. I'm looking forward to checking them out. But I can't afford another order right now. I've got plenty. I'm trying to make this hair look better. I don't know. I guess I didn't do too bad on the other one. Let's see. That sucks that you've been waiting for that J Wall for such a long time to be able to order it and then to get it, and now it comes damaged. That really stinks. I am so sorry to hear that. Let's see, I need a little bit more in here. Maybe one more in there. And I need more brown in here. Tell me, when is your birthday month? I have it. Why don't I just look it up? Well, I'll just look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Let me see. Another one, but I will end up paying shipping twice. I know. When they took 80 by 100 and crammed it into a shipping box that was too small. Oh, no. So, no, I don't want to pay shipping. No, I get that. I totally understand that. I don't have any August birthdays in here. And Miss Tammy, I do not have your birthday. How in heaven's name do I not have your birthday, Tammy? And Teresa, I don't think I have yours either. Yes, I do. I just said it, didn't I? One of the Teresas. Birthday month. I don't need the whole day. I just need the month. That's all I need. September. Thank you, dear. Let me write that right down now. I put it in my book. Simon. Okie dokie. My twin's birthday is coming in June. Well, let's see when I have you down here, Dawn. Yep, I have you down. I have you down for June. Got that. Do you have garnet sparklers? No, last name online, please. I didn't. Nope. I'm not going to announce where you're from either. Just that states. That's it. I will not do that. Nope. I don't want anybody getting a hold of my good people's information and absconding with it in bad ways. I would not do that. Okay. Here we go. I have one brunette done. Ooh, one brunette almost done. Oh, yeah. Two blondes, one brunette. I'm going to do my second brunette, and then I'm going to work on her wings. What I did was I took a pencil and just sort of lightly penciled in where I want the lines, so I don't go off somewhere on that. Yeah, Tammy, I know yours was, but if it's just a initial, that's all I'm putting out there. I'm not gonna. Marla have S4S Garnet and got a bunch of reds for Dreamer Design Reykjavik. Red Rabbit. I'm assuming that's one of the challenges for the month. I didn't do diamond painting with sparklers at the beginning of the year like I did another year. I actually won a gift certificate from that one when I entered that one. I don't want to win somebody else's gift certificate this year, so I'm just putting up hashtag every once in a while. I did the Palatine this year. I've finished, and you guys saw it. The Gnome Sweet Gnome. Love it. No, not for now. Too large for a challenge. Well, I like the ones where you don't have to have the challenge done in the same month that you start it. I kind of like that. That you just have to start it for that month or work on something relevant. I mean, I got the King Charles Spaniel on books. I got that one finished. I try to finish one Diamond Art Club and at least one Diamond Art Club and at least one other company that I haven't used before, so I can do the write up on the companies that I want to do yet. That I have started. I'm still messing with 310s from a February event. I have Fire and Coral Reef, but I wasn't able to use them in a project that needs true red versus an orange red. They sound like awesome colors. Coral Reef, that sounds like beautiful color. Yeah, these are just the cheap ones that come in all the bookmarks and keychains and all those fun things. I have saved them in these typing containers. I have one or two of these per color, per set of colors, plus one silver, a large white, a large gold, a large iridescent one, like the rainbow iridescent one, and yeah. So I want to start using them on these projects, and sometimes my mom still has a beauty shop, and she has a few patrons a week. So sometimes I like put them out for sale there. I might put them on my Etsy shop. I don't know. I might just give them away, like I did all the keychains and bookmarks. Have you guys done any of these the special ones like bookmarks or keychains or that kind of thing? Or have you made your own projects out of anything, your extras? at any time? I didn't even ask you guys what you're working on tonight or what your beverage is tonight. I am neglecting my hostessing duties tonight, it would seem. $3.21 square red crystal. Tai Chi lime. Oh, lychee lime tea with honey. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds like a great beverage. Very healthy. Very healthy. I've covered wooden letter cutouts from Joann's. Yep, for my daughter's initials. That's neat. It's very satisfying when you put together your own like project. There's a gal on from England that I love to watch when she does her extra projects. She's the one who got me into the Advent wreaths and stuff too, the Advent openings. And she's the one, like I told you, that did the Christmas tree out of the green trays and the traffic cone and all the extra drills and things. And she even used the diamond painting pens that she cut them apart and um, made like a garland out of the diamond painting pen pieces that she glued diamonds on. I thought it was so awesome. Anyway, she's done a hutch. She's done patterns on top of a hutch. She's done boxes and all kinds of really cool projects. I'd love to interview her sometime for my channel. She's just so creative. She's so much fun. I've done bookmarks, specials, so working on Chuck's strength along the journey. I love that one. Diet Pepsi. Ooh, clementine ginger tea. Ooh. I prefer my Tetley tea straight up. I am a teetotaler or Irish breakfast tea, English breakfast tea, some of the strong ones. There's a monk's tea that I get at a local tea shop around here that I really enjoy too. I like it strong and black and strong. Or iced tea. I like iced tea too. I have a strawberry mist, like Arbor Mist strawberry wine, I think. Took my husband 5 minutes to open it tonight. He was trying to do it in the dark, and he didn't realize I hadn't taken the paper off of it. He was trying to unscrew it. Poor guy. He said, "Why am I having so much trouble with this?" And I'm like, He's like, "No." He said, "You didn't take the wrapper off of it." I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, I didn't. I just asked you to open it for me." It's too funny. You just got strength along the journey for $16.25 at Hobby Lobby, 75% off. Oh my gosh, you got a steal. I got that one when it first came out. I that's one of the ones I finished from his. I finished 2 chucks. That's when you got yours? That's right. You did tell me you got some in Hobby Lobby that were really good price. Mine's too far away. My Hobby Lobby's too far away. And I have enough. I have way too many. If I buy any more, my floor might collapse into the lower level. And I'm not even joking about that. There we go. I almost have another brunette done. I'm going to make one of these purple. And I'm thinking one of them green, because green and brown look so good together. You're working on a custom. It's sneakers with good vibes on it. Oh, cool. Totally random. But it makes you smile to look at it, I betcha. That's all you need it to be. Makes you smile to do it. Makes you smile to look at it. That's what you need. I don't know if any of you watch The Good Doctor on Monday nights. They had a new one on last night, and he's facing a lawsuit. And I think they're getting ready for a spin-off called The Good Lawyer. I really do, because his lawyer has OCD. I mean, I love the trend where people with mental health difficulties can still be very productive members of society because they have gifts to share. They have gifts, they have a purpose, they have, just like everybody else on the planet does. And I love seeing that there's more tolerance for a greater variety of people. I'm working on Scarecrow and Friends. It has such bright colors. I'm loving it. Awesome. I can't believe he went from Bates Motel to The Good Doctor. I never watched Bates Motel, but yeah, now that you say that, I remember him, the promos on that. He's so believable in The Good Doctor. I really like it. I like the dramas like that. I used to watch ER religiously. Their reruns are now on, was it Pulse? Pulse? Pulse TV? I've been watching some of the reruns. Okay, now I have two brunettes. Oh, you know what? I'm not quite satisfied with her brow yet. Gloop. Here we go, gloop. Oh, frustrating. Here we go. Maybe I should use some flat colored skin tones for the skin on it, since I'm going to be covering the rest of it with, or maybe I'll just paint. Maybe I'll just get my tiny little paintbrush in there and paint a little closed eye on her. Maybe little red lips when it's time, when the rest of the stuff is done. You like good thrillers and whodunits. I do too. There's some really cool not streams, but YouTube channels that there's a lawyer on there now. I can't remember his name. He does like an hour and a half long vignettes. Like people send him the um, sent him the courtroom Zoom feeds and stuff like that. And he's like, these people are crazy. He goes around and says, I mean, some of it is like so boring. Some of it is like, are you kidding me now? It's like crazy boring, but because it's all the he said, she said, this statute and that law, and did you do this and did you do that, and but then he's got some clients that are hilarious, that are just absolutely funny, uh, and lawyers. I mean, I swear, some of the lawyers he has on there must be intoxicated. I mean, they talk over the judges. Uh, they like almost like act like they are the judge, and they're telling people what to do, and the judges get upset. And some of these people are hilarious. They really are. And it's sometimes tedious to watch the general junk that goes on, but then when they get to the good parts, it's hilarious. And some of it's like um sad, because they're like arguing like custody, and it's like the parents that get other relatives involved and that are not doing things in the kid's best interest, and the way they argue in divorce court. It's sad. It's so sad. But I'm learning a lot about the law by listening to real lawyers say this shouldn't have happened, that shouldn't have happened. And I find myself saying objection, argumentative, or objection asked and answered. And it's like, and then I hear the lawyers do it. I'm like, yes, I got that one right. From watching all those Law and Order episodes, I guess. I will listen to YouTube audiobooks. I love that too. To find out they only have some books in a series makes me want to pull my hair out when you really get into a series and then they leave you hanging for months. That does stink. Or never finish the series, and I'm cheap to pay for download books. I really like Audible. I really do. But sometimes that happens in Audible too. Like I started the series on Henry VIII's wives, and I got partway through the series and realized they only did like 4 of the 8 so far. I'm like, oh, crud. So now I like to pick authors that have reoccurring characters. Like, who's the one I like to listen to lately? She has an FBI series. Um, go back. Catherine Coulter. She's got FBI thriller series. Preston and Child has a really neat series going on. I like some of the old ones, like the great courses on some of the Greek philosophers and stuff like that. Then I do some Sandra Brown. I like her mysteries. Nora Roberts. I like hers. Let's see. I want to do Michelle Obama. I'm doing Eleanor Roosevelt right now. I love her. And Brene Brown. She is like my inspiration. So I have some favorite authors that I read that have like reoccurring characters, but they're different books. So you get the whole story in one thing. Library online too. Yes, yes. They do that in my local. Audiobooks are very costly to produce. Yeah, you're right. So funny. Yeah. Well, sometimes it's good though to change authors in the middle of things, and then when you get back to that author, you have a fresh perspective. Like I'll listen to two or three. I'll listen to two or three books from an author, and then I'll, listen to a little series from another one, or then I'll throw a nonfiction in the middle. Then I'll go back to other authors that I love and the rest in the series, and it keeps everything fresh for me. I like doing that. Okay, I started my purple. Hmm. Moment, corner. Oh, come on now. Did Zara say she'd be back in 3 hours when she started? I guess I could wait for her till 1 instead of noon till midnight. Because we're at midnight now, so I know some of you usually bow out at midnight. It gets late for some of you. And I thank you for, if you have to jump out, I understand. I thank you for coming and hanging out and listening to my weekly madness and sharing yours with me. And if you have a prayer request, don't forget to send it to, excuse me, the work basket uh, Gmail address. And let's see. Um, my favorite little video game, Dinkum, is coming out with a new spring update soon. And there's people that I'm watching on YouTube that have teasers about um, the new colors of trees and the new items that you can build and play with. And oh, the time change helped you. Yes, the time change just did make a difference. I listened to old match games. Oh, they were funny. I've never seen before with Gene Rayburn or Super Password. They were funny. They were kind of risque, and I didn't know it then. Now, another one that I would love to watch again is Hollywood Squares. I would love to see those old stars back again. They had some funny ones on. Betty White was married to the guy from Alan something or other from Match Game, wasn't she? They were husband and wife, I think. She was always an awesome lady. Dying just short of her 100th birthday. I'm like, oh, she couldn't have made it another couple more months. London, right. Alan London? Alan? I think it was Alan. Yeah. I used to watch Dick Clark's Pyramid too, but Match Game and Hollywood Squares were my favorite because of the stars and the comedy. Even though when I was younger, I didn't really understand half of Match Game's innuendos. Now that I do, it's hilarious. They had the new Match Game on for a while, but maybe after he had the problem with the shooting on set, that maybe he stopped making them after that, or because I haven't seen him on since then. Okay, Tammy, we'll catch you on the rebound. Ted Bundy was on the dating game. No, it wasn't Ted Bundy. It was a serial killer, but it wasn't Ted Bundy. It was a guy with the really big hair. Uh, oh, I had his name on the tip of my tongue, and now I can't get it out. Well, thank goodness I don't remember that. Yeah, that was really Tattletales. Yeah, that was a fun game. I like watching the BBC ones now. The ones from BBC. The one where they have like five celebrities on, and they get them to do these little contests within a certain amount of time. Um, that's a real fun one. Oh, QL, QI. I love that show. They have four comedians on that one, and they do a letter, and they do uncommon facts that they have to guess the answers to. And then they make up a point system, and it's just really arbitrary. And the comedians that they have on there are so funny trying to figure out the. Some of them are so smart too. Yes, he was in 1978. He was a winner. Yeah, he was a winner, and that was scary. But you know what? The gal refused to go out on the date with him because she didn't. He creeped her out, so she never went on the date that he won with her. Lucky, lucky gal. She chose not to. I used to watch the dating game all the time. And Mike Douglas and Merv Griffin. Used to watch them all the time. The serial killer. Yes, Rodney Alcoa. Yep, Alcaya. Yep, that's it. Rodney. That's it. Yeah, the big hair. Big mop of hair. Was it really 78? I graduated high school in 79. I thought it was earlier than that. You're probably right. I just don't remember it quite right that way. You watched the show and saw that girl too? Yeah, she'd refused to go out on a date with him because he just creeped her out. Lucky, lucky, smart woman. I'm not going to say lucky. She was smart. Got to listen to your instincts, people. I'm starting to teach my granddaughter to do that now. To listen to her instincts because there's going to be all kinds of situations in this life that are going to test your intuition. It's always better to believe your intuition and get out of the situation and embarrass yourself than to worry about it and be wrong and get yourself into a bad situation. And she can always run up here and tell her grandmom anything she wants to. I will always love her and protect her no matter what. And I've told her that. She will always be my sweetheart. I love my grandson too, and I tell him he's smart and handsome. He's got to teach me how to do the chat stream thing, the interview chat streaming thing. It turns out he does it already. He was going to come up and teach me how to do it, and then he had something else to do that day, so he's got to come up later on and teach me how to do the streaming software. Once I do that with him, it'll be good to go. God was on her side that night. Yes, absolutely right. Yeah. If we'd only listen, to Spirit a little more often, I think we wouldn't be in half of the problems we get ourselves into. We don't take the time to be quiet and listen sometimes. I know I am guilty of that. I haven't journaled in over a week, but tomorrow is my journaling day. Alexa said Bundy, but Rodney was right. Rodney is right. It makes you wonder what happened to make them that way. Well, yeah, there's all kinds of studies on that now. You wonder if it's nature or nurture or what kind of combination of both. And welcome back, Miss Tammy. We were actually talking about serial killers while you were away. Aren't you glad you missed that? Rodney Alcoa, to be specifically, from the match game. I was probably watching Merv Griffin at the time. Not Merv Griffin, Mike Douglas. I preferred him. Because he was Philadelphia, so. And we're doing my homework. I probably had to do that too at that time. And I almost have my Purple Girl done. Spring break is coming. Praying no fentanyl deaths. Yep, that's a good prayer request. Some are out on spring break now. A little early in my book, but I think spring breaks start when Nollins has the, Cajun could let us know, but when Nollins has the Mardi Gras, before Lent begins. Some of them wait till Easter, any of them have. Now's the time we want to all be out of this weather. I heard some of you got some snow this week. After the beautiful, beautiful sunny weather, we're getting snow. What is going on? What is going on? No, I went green or teal. Somebody said teal. I like that idea. Do I have enough tiny teal? Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, yes, I do. What am I thinking? I got a ton of teal. Teal is a beautiful choice. Now, medium, dark, light. I need two. I need the light ones for the dress, and I need the darker ones for the outlines. which is the one that has the most contrast. It's nice contrast. I love these. I don't think there's enough of this shade. Yeah, there probably is. The light and the dark go together. I think so. I'll use the dark and then I'll figure out the light then. You went to Mardi Gras, however you spell it, in Louisiana, back when I was a teenager. You'll never go back? Yeah. I'm sure it's a wild place. Mark went when he was doing his military basic. He was down in Biloxi. So we got to go down then. I always wanted to go when I was young, but I don't know that I have the desire to go now anymore. I always want to go everywhere once. You know, I want to experience it at least once. 35 degrees where Dawn is. That's not bad. Not bad. Oh, whoever suggested teal, that's perfect. And by the way, I am working on the plastic cutting mats from Dollar Tree that keeps my it keeps things from sticking to the tablecloth and from ruining whatever's underneath it. So that is some of it. We went to New Orleans the year before Katrina hit. Never again. It was wild. Oh, wow. Right before Katrina hit. That was close. Those close calls, I'm telling you. I was up at the World Trade Center. I had a bunch of Girl Scouts. The World Trade Center 2 years before 9/11. I had like 12 girls up there with me. Let's see. My older sister went when it got dark and got to see the float with my heartthrob back then, Andy Gibb. Oh, I liked Andy Gibb. He was a close second to David Cassidy back then for me. Yeah. Oh my. Okay. She said he had a massive freckles. Oh wow. They must have covered that up with makeup in the Hardy Boys series. Or was that that wasn't that was Sean Cassidy, the Hardy Boys series. Andy Gibb was one of the he wasn't one of the Bee Gees. Wait a minute. I'm getting them confused. Andy Gibb, I remember, had really curly blonde hair. Really big curly blonde hair. Am I right? I might not be remembering it correctly. Oh, this teal is going to be gorgeous. Ooh, 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 ooh. These are good quality ones, too. Cousin, Bee Gees. Okay, got it. Okay. I will have to seal this as the glue is not all that good. Oh no, it's an old one. Drills keep popping every time I try to move some. Oh, well, that stinks, Tammy. Well, I guess they do have to keep changing out their stock to keep it moving in the right direction. And that I worry about that when I get to some of the stuff that I have wait and put by. But if I'm having trouble, what I do sometimes is use this clear glue. I have a either Fabric-Tac by Aleene's, or there's a little clear gel glue that I use in scrapbooking. Phooey, what's the name of it? I put just a dot of that glue down and then put the drill down. You got to keep the canvases away from too much heat. You can't put it near a heat register. And you never know where they were stored before you bought them. That's the one from Hobby Lobby, yeah. Well, you know it had to come from the Diamond Art Club warehouse. So you don't know where the warehouse had them stored before they sold them on. And I think Hobby Lobby does that sometimes. They use seconds. They buy lots of things and to give you the best price, I think. There we go. I don't know if you can see how this teal is coming out. You probably can't. I'll have to show it this week. It's just, oh, so pretty. I can't believe I corrected Alexa and I was right. I don't have one of them. Those things give me the creeps. I hear that sometimes I don't know. I don't know if it's just a conspiracy theory or what, but the Alexas sometimes like talk back to you, or if you ask it questions, you get weird answers, or I don't want anybody hacking into my strange mind. Was there only 3 Chuck Pensons on sale at Hobby Lobby? Good question. I do not know. I wonder if they're selling them on the website too. I wonder if you can, or if you just have whatever they have in person at that store in particular. Because Michael's is coming out with, we've got so much more on the website. If you don't see it in the store, check on our website. We've got so much more on the website and is available in our stores. And I think they're trying to cut down on stock in the stores. Your Alexa just starts talking out of the blue sometimes. See, that would creep me out. That wouldn't mark them down on the website. Okay. Yes, and one from Dominic Davidson. Alexa would creep me out. weather, music, use it for timers. Oh, I'm sure it has a great use. I'm just, you know, like remind me to do this, or wake me up a half an hour before this comes on, or whatever. Yeah, what was the name of the Dominic Davidson one? It'll ask me about recording. Oh, reordering products. It can order stuff for you. Hobby Lobby is doing a reset. I only saw one Chuck Pinson. Alexa is my GoBot. We have a crazy relationship. I heard it has some strange answers. Like, are you like if you ask Alexa if she's working for the CIA, or is the government keeping tabs on me, or like um, who really killed JFK, something like that. It'll come up with really weird answers for some stuff. And I think part of that's programmed it in just to freak people out, but you never know. I don't need somebody to listening to my craziness. Oh yeah, I say that and I put my craziness here online, so what difference does it make? I tell mine to stop talking. Does it answer the TV at all? Like, does it talk to the TV sometimes? Or does it know your voice? The only time I wish I would have like an Alexa type thing is like if I needed the GPS in my car to talk to me. I could have used that today to find a new office that I was going to. She'll hear me cussing about static 310s I'm using. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah. I ordered 2 times from the new company Temu, and they are bombarding. Oh, yeah, me. Text and email with ads. Yes, they do. Yeah, what does she say? Tammy wants to know, what does she say about your drills? Well, she doesn't start ordering a Dremel drill or a nothing. Okay. Uh, here we go. I'm also doing the workbook that for getting things done. It's like a system that you organize your paperwork and your to-do lists, and it kind of goes along with planning. It's called Getting Things Done by David Allen. There's a workbook that goes with it. And I find the workbook a lot more fun to do than reading the book. I keep falling asleep when I'm reading the book, but I read it in conjunction with the workbook. And it's actually really interesting. Okay, so here's the teal. I don't know if you can see the color the way it is. I love the teal color. It really is weird when Alexa says, "Yes, Robin, we are friends," out of the blue. Well, that's nice verification. Maybe I do need one around to talk to me every once in a while. Uh, about all she hears and me talking to the girls. Alexa doesn't like you. Oh, come on, Dawn. Are you so sure? Okay, now I'm going to move my brunettes over and go back to my blondies. Go back to the first ones I did earlier today. Now I have an icy pink. Where's my icy pink to go in there? All right, Purple Cross, you have to move back. I wasn't going to do the dress yet. I was going to do the silver in there. Let's see. Oh, there's some of the icy pink. That's what I wanted. Anyway, these are all various silver ones. I don't want to go through. These are too big. These are too big. That's okay. That's okay. These are all right. That's not empty. I thought it was. Oh, these are tear shaped. Don't want them. These are white. What are they doing in there? Okay, I can. This is too big. Yep. Okay. Are we now down to the silver? I want to use up some of these before I use the big packs that I have sitting here. They're almost all the same. Wait a minute. No, you're not teardrops. You're just broken. Okay. I want to play in your new drills too. Well, these aren't the new ones yet. This is all the old junk stuff. I'm just still going through all that. I want to get rid of some of this. I use Alexa for alarms and timers. She recognizes my voice when I add events to my calendar. It's yes, Marla this and yes, Marla that. Boy, I'd love an assistant like that. That would be awesome. Alexa doesn't want to be my friend or call me by my name. Oh my. Is Alexa does that go with like Apple products, or is that an Amazon product, or what type of who's the manufacturer of that? Just out of curiosity. I don't know enough about it. And I wanted to ask you guys too. Oh, you fixed your settings, Amazon. All right, thank you. So you guys know more about that stuff than me. Do any of you use a meal company like what is it, Home Chef, or one of the others that you order? meals from. You get so many meals a week or whatever, and I'm thinking about, I want to get in better shape, and I really need to start eating better. And it's probably too costly for me, but I want to try it. I want to see if it'll be worth it, because the my medical insurance will not cover the medication, like the pre-diabetic medication that could really help me. And my doctor can't get it to approve. So I'm thinking the next best thing, since I don't eat really well, is probably to maybe use a meal company if it's not crazy, crazy expensive. I mean, it would be a lot less than $500 a shot, would be the weekly shots. So no generic version meds. No, there isn't. No. She's a smart speaker. She's a great sound system. Oh, that's true. Can't afford it. Too addicted to diamond painting. I'll give you that, Dawn. No, I definitely have to cut down on that too, but I've got so many projects I will never be out of something to do. I'm eager to get to these trays. I'm just starting to color them. Just starting to get that together. I can't believe how much glue is in this thing. There should be help. Well, yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not diabetic, but I don't want to be. My husband is. Um, and when we had a little bit better health insurance, I was on one of them, and I lost like 50 pounds. And I felt so good. And then, of course, it was too expensive, and it changed. The insurance changed to a more HMO variety rather than same insurance company but lesser plan. So then it stopped, and then I gained my weight back again. I'm like, crud. And part of it's my own fault, of course, but it really would be nice to have. And I tried Weight Watchers for a while because when I was the pastor upstate, we had a Weight Watchers group meeting there, and it was always free for the pastor. So I went weekly, and I gained weight. I gained like 20 pounds. I'm like, no. You have cholesterol? Talk to a grocery store nutritionist. Maybe I could do that. That seems like a lot of work for me. I mean, the stuff is already cut apart. You just throw it together and cook it. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Just, it's all done and ready. You just have to throw it together and cook it. 20 minutes, done. Because I'm lazy. I don't enjoy cooking very much. I love baking. I like making cookies when it's with a group, but I'm basically lazy in the kitchen. Yeah, somebody who taught home economics, and I'm lazy in the kitchen. That doesn't sound like quite right, but I was clothing and textile science. I wasn't food and nutrition, although I did enough of that I could teach it. But in fact, I substituted in the junior high a couple years ago in home economics and had my grandson in my home economics class for the day I substituted for her. It was so much fun. Seems like a whole nother lifetime ago. What am I missing in chat? When I go to see my grandkids this May, I'm going to do diamond painting coasters and diamond painting Christmas tree ornaments with them. That's perfect. I'm type 2 and it's not fun. No, it's not. But my insurance pays for half of my special eating plan and the food tastes like cardboard. Oh, that sucks. Maybe there's a meal planning YouTuber. Hey, that's not a bad idea, Marla. Teresa, the coasters are fun, small projects. Absolutely. Okay. I've never done coasters, so it will be the first time for us together to create a memory. That's perfect. I wish you could teach me to quit. To quit what, hon? I can't teach anybody to quit anything. It's not my forte in my own life either. To quit eating. I mean, I think eating addiction is probably one of the hardest things ever because you can't stop eating. Oh, to quilt. Oh, did I quilt? You're right. I messed that up. I used to love to cook, but I've lost the passion. Aw. Well, I can do some sewing videos very easily. My mom, you know what? My mom's the quilter. She, I did one quilt, and it was kind of like a wedding tradition in our family that you kind of had to make your quilt before you got married. And I'm not one to do anything halfway. So, you know that certain quilts have certain patterns. And my mom took some courses at our local fabric shop, and she did us all like small quilts for our bed with different type of like log cabin and flying geese and drunkard's path and all those neat patterns. So she knows all those patterns. She just got a whole bunch of quilts from my aunt's house. My aunt who just passed away. They're getting rid of some of the stuff, and she retrieved some of the old quilts, and so she was going to go over them. And I said, Mom, I'm going to put you on my YouTube channel. You have to talk about the quilts that you made and what these paths are and what their names are, so I can put them up. The first and only quilt I ever made was a double wedding ring. And I forgot. I was too lazy to wash the fabrics before I made the quilts, and I made them out of a maroon red, a navy blue, and a muslin tan, like an ecru. And to this day, I mean, we've been married for over 30 some years. I cannot wash that quilt because my husband spilled water on it some in one place, and some of the red dye bled into the ecru muslin. And I'm like, oh crud. Don't take corners. If you know how to do it right, do it right. If you're not going to do it right, then accept the consequences because there's always a reason for everything. How are you, my grandkids are wonderful. As far as I know, they're doing okay in school. They're looking forward to their spring break. They just had their President's Day weekend and all of that. And they just passed their birthdays. My grandson is now 13. We have a teenager in the house. Oh my. But he's a good teenager. He gets himself up for school. He gets himself ready and on the bus in time. He helps with the cooking. He's a great kid. He just is a great kid, and smart too. He does most of his homework in school and doesn't need to bring it home. He's just a great kid. And I'm really proud of him. And my granddaughter, she just had a birthday too, so she's now 11. Yeah, 11 and 13-year-olds. So we're getting to that age, like, 12 in girls and 13 or 14 in boys can be very volatile ages. So it's like I need to be there for my daughter as she goes through all these new stages with the youngins. So that's another reason I want to move back down home. If she's not going to find her own place and get herself gainfully employed, at least I need to be down there and be with my grandkids more often. I'll still be here for Mom, but it's only up the yard. I'm not like I'm going out west or anything. My in-laws' house in Arizona sold. So the estate for that will be divided up soon. So that'll be out of my husband's hair. My good friend just bought a 10-foot quilting machine. Whoa! My mom used to do it all by hand, like that have the. We used to have the stretcher bars, and she used to put the batting on the bottom and roll it up and like pin it to this side and roll the one side up so she'd have a strip. She used to do lap quilting, and I liked to do the piecing and she liked to do the quilting. So I should get my mom on here. I've kind of like teased her about it, and I really should get her on here. She's in a group called Questers, and what they do is they get together monthly, and each member researches something like an antique or whatever and does a presentation on it. So she's done presentations on aprons, on dolls, on Shirley Temple, on quilts, handkerchiefs, all kinds of things. And she would be a good resource to kind of have some fun material here for the site. I think she would be kind of fun for that. Get her involved. Before my sister passed away, she had drawn out a pattern and cut the material, but passed away before she could sew it. And me and my older sister want to see it finished. Oh, that would be a wonderful project. My daughter took her husband's grandmother's house dresses and made a quilt of them for his mom. It was beautiful. That does sound wonderful. It does sound wonderful. There was a quilt guild in our area that was associated with the 4-H club. The 4-H hasn't been very, very active lately. Things have been like calmed down. As the women get older, the younger women aren't taking up the crafts. And I think that's a shame because we're losing a lot of our craft. My husband's grandfather used to teach me how to tat. The lace making that you use the shuttle, the bobbin shuttle, and you make the loops, the little loops. I haven't done it in so long, but I still have all my tatting shuttles and is the quilting guild the same? I don't know. No, the same as what? The same as 4-H or Quester group? Or I mean, she took her quilting classes through a fabric store where a gal who wrote the book on the patterns was local, and she used to teach night school, and she used to teach at the sewing center. So we took classes from her, and she was in. I knew another doll artist that she used to make things for Simplicity, patterns for dolls, Nora Dilks. She used to have her patterns sold through Simplicity for her dolls, so we made a few of those over the years. I mean, yeah, we've had some really great teachers come around and learn from them. But the guild was from the 4-H club, and there used to be a quilting group that met at the 4-H club, and she used to be a part of that. Every month would be a different person's time, and they would pass out little baggies of the fabric and the style, the pattern, how they wanted it cut and sewed. And then you had to do yours by the next month for them, and then you get somebody else's. I should say his mom's sister. She cried when she saw it. I bet she did, Teresa. The group your mom is associated in for quilting. Yeah, she was associated in it through the 4-H group and through the local sewing store, which is no more. I forget the name of the gal who wrote the books that Mom learned from. I remember Nora Dilks with the dolls for Simplicity. She didn't call her Simplicity. I think it was Simplicity, because I took classes from her. I remember the what she looked like, because when I worked at that fabric store, she used to be in and out of the store all the time, and we'd help people choose their fabrics, because not everybody knew how to choose different patterns to go together. And I loved helping people pick their fabrics and stuff, but I was sewing garments at that time. Has your mom always been a beautician? Yeah. In fact, she was right out of high school. She was a beautician. She traveled by train down to Philadelphia to get her license and her time for her license in. And then she was pregnant with me. She'd be traveling on the train back and forth. She said she could only eat a hot dog. She only had enough money when she was pregnant with me for a hot dog and a soda. So every day for lunch, she had a hot dog and a soda. I said, gee, is that why I don't really like hot dogs now? I said, yeah, I had enough of them. It was 9 months. It's pretty funny. And that's how she picked my name, actually, because she and Dad couldn't decide on what my name should be. And it was getting pretty late in the pregnancy, and they still didn't have a name. And my mom fell asleep on the train. She bumped her head against the window of the train, and then she thought of my name, like Wandering Wanda. And that's what my name means, Wandering Shepherdess. And it's perfect. For a long time, it was only my mind that wandered, but, that can still be a truth I can claim. My sister did hair all her life and then couldn't stand it anymore, so became a barista. Oh, that's a good trade. She's still in a very social environment with customers. my mom has her own like beauty shop that we built attached to the house when we were little kids. So she works right out of the house, out of her own beauty shop. In fact, I had to let the inspector in the other day. Mom was out for the day, and this guy comes knocking on my front door and shows me his license. And I'm like, "Oh my God, why are the cops here? What happened to Mom?" And it wasn't. It was the inspector, that the salon inspector, that just had to check out our licenses and see that everything was in operating order. So I let him in. I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll tell her you were here." Um, so it's not every day somebody comes to your door and shows you a license. I'm like, "Oh, what?" A shield, a badge. I think I'm finally getting to the bottom of this dollar glue. Oh, now it's coming out again. I thought I'm finally getting to the end of it. Well, at least I have a lot of stories I can tell you. Yeah, you guys are probably like my mom. She did the funniest eulogy for my aunt. And being the younger sister, she was always, my aunt used to design, she used to teach at Spring Garden Institute. She used to teach sewing, tailoring, and all that stuff. Very creative person. And she used to design wedding gowns for Alfred Angelo. So um, she would make all my mom's dresses. They weren't they weren't rich in any sense of the means. So my aunt would know the best places to go in Philadelphia to get the discount fabrics, and they'd go together. And then my my aunt would be making my mom's dress and stitching it on her as she'd be walking out the door for her event. It was never ever ever done on time. She'd be like hemming it up or sewing her into the gown in the zipper or whatever. I said, "Mom, she just wanted you to stay pure. That's why she was sewing you in the gown on the way out your door." That got my mom to laugh. But she would, a part of her eulogy for my aunt, she always said she was my aunt's pincushion. She was more of a pincushion than a model. She told a lot of funny stories. I think you'd like my mom. Is that glue from the Dollar Tree any good? It seems to be. It seems to be fine. Um, I've been using it for all my projects so far, and just to see if it would work, and it's holding up. Like I said, I don't cut the top off of it. I stick a pin through it so that it only has a tiny entrance in the top to come out. Otherwise, it still gloops. So it really comes out fast. It's runny. Fabri-Tac and Aleene's Tack It are thicker. The clear tacky glue, I'm going to be using that next when I run out of this little bottle. I'm going to try that now and see what the difference will be. And it's thicker. It glops. So I put it in a Jane Davenport bottle with a really skinny needle tip. So I'm hoping, and I tested it out, it does come out of that. I'm hoping that it doesn't glop as much as this liquidy glue does. But it works, it's fine. And like I said, I put it through the Minwax polyacrylic. So that seals it when it's done. Um, so even if the glue was only like half baked, the polyacrylic would Oh, beans. I was going to take one of the doves in to give to my spiritual companion today, and I forgot. I'll have to give her one next week. Well, let me see. What time is it getting to be now, guys? 1 o'clock. Does your amount? Does my mom? You mean? Does my mom like diamond painting? Darn autocrack my foot. Does your mom like? No, she doesn't diamond paint. She scrapbooks, and she is completely up to date, except for our trip, the cruise that I took her on, because I have the dolphin photos on my phone, and we can't seem to get it together to go down to CVS or Walmart and get the pictures made. She wants to choose her own pictures off of the big grouping, and I do too. So we want to go together and get the pictures printed out, and we just haven't taken the time to do that yet. So she's up to date on everything else but that. So she does scrapbooking. She likes that. And quilting. And what she does is when she'll have teas. She'll have her old high school buddies over for tea. She'll have a little widows group over for tea, for breakfast. Her cousins over for a Christmas breakfast sometime in January. She'll do favors. She'll do these little games and little favors. She's like Martha Stewart and Martha of Bethany all rolled up into one. And she's good. She's good. She loves hostessing. She loves flower arranging. She likes gardening. She's into that kind of thing, and quilting. And is Zara here? Hey, awesome. That's okay, Zara. We're just chattering away. We had a good group in tonight. You'll have to check back over the announcements that I made in the beginning if you want to put up with my lunatic ravings for a while. Yeah, we're here. You have to let me know when you're back on. I was going to ask you if you have a time change type thing down in Australia. If you do a time change, I think everybody is up later here because we're getting used to the time change again. We pushed our clocks ahead an hour. It is nice she's active. She comes from a family that they live into their hundreds. 103, 105, 98, 99. And I'm really praying I have some of those genes in me. And they are healthy and active and mentally with it almost right up to the end. Such a blessing. My dad's side of the family wasn't so blessed. We had mental health problems and stuff coming down on his side of the family. But you know what? That's chemicals. That's a chemical imbalance for you. So you learn to live with it. You learn to make the best of things. And so that's that. Yeah, they had heart problems, and my grandfather had colon cancer, and they were in their 70s and 80s. So my dad passed when he was in his 70s. It's been gone too long now. I miss him every day. And I miss my grandmoms too, both of them. I see YouTubes, and they're putting on YouTubes about some of their grandmothers, and I guess it's because of dementia, but some of their grandmothers are really mean. I was on TikTok, so that's what they were from, and I'm like, how could a grandma be so mean? My grandmothers were saints. They were so awesome. They were unconditional love, both of them. They just adored my brother and I. And my dad did too. He just was fantastic. He was a fantastic dad. But unfortunately, he didn't live as long as I would have loved him to. But that's the way it goes. When your favorite people go, you have to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet, and you have to learn how to give yourself and give others what you then miss from those people, right? You have to learn how to give yourself what you're missing from others. So, okay, well, now my blondie has, yep, genetics or heritage, yep. Now my blondie has wings. Now she's going to have a pink dress, a light pink dress. And then I'll have to figure out whether I want to paint her bare bits or not. But I'll give her a pink dress. I'm going to give everybody the silver wings. I need an extra diamond in the middle there, I think. I have to go over and fix some of the holes in it. That's kind of cool. Now I'll do the blue girl here. Get some more diamonds in here. Yeah, genetics does have a lot to do with it. It really does. Nature and nurture. Wow. Oh, here we go. I love using up these little packets of nothing here. Makes me feel accomplished. Got something done. Thank you. So what do you do at home that makes you feel like you've got something done, that you really got something accomplished? For some people, it's cleaning. Not me. For some people, it's cooking. Again, not me. For me, it's like using up something, like finishing, like if I'm down to the end of the paper towel roll, or putting something together in a new and creative way and using up the resource so it's not sitting around anymore. What gives you that feeling of accomplishment at home that you do? Seeing those numbers go up on YouTube lately have been really have been just so exciting. But that's not my accomplishment, that's yours. That's y'all's accomplishment. Helping people who ask for your help? Absolutely, Dawn. That's a good one. My mom says she prays every day to say, God, make me useful today. If there's somebody who needs my help, send me to them. And then some days she says, okay, God, I've got enough on my plate. Let me finish this before I do something else. She, when we're talking about quilts, for our church was like 125 years old, about 25 years ago, actually. And she put together a quilt. Um, Different people within the congregation made different quilt blocks, and she put the whole quilt together. And she helped do the one up for the firehouse, up at the firehouse. She was part of the ladies' auxiliary at the firehouse too. She goes up and helps serve the banquets and the few things that they still have. They still have a Grundsau Lodge. You know what a Grundsau Lodge is? Anybody know what Grundsau is? Laundry all the way through folding and putting it away. Deep cleaning bathroom or kitchen. Yeah, that definitely. Oh, Robin, I understand. I know you hate to leave. We hate to see you go too, but that just means we'll have more to talk about next week. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. Robin, you're so sweet. Good night and have a wonderful evening. Oops, I didn't start with that. Any Dutchies out there know what a Grundsau is? Well, I'm here properly now. Oh, Tammy, your phone died. Glad to have you back, Sarah. Well, if you want to know what a Grundsau is, it's a groundhog. So the Grundsau Lodge. Here in Pennsylvania, we have a Grundsau every February 2nd. He comes out of his hole, and if he sees his shadow, he gets scared and he goes back down the hole, and that means you have another 6 weeks of more of winter. If he comes out of the hole and sees the sun, and he comes out and walks around, that means you're going to have an early spring. So the Grundsau Lodge is a bunch of old men who still like to have the women serve them up at the firehouse. On Grundsau morning, they get together and talk Pennsylvania Dutch with each other and have the women serve them a scrapple and heavy breakfast. That's what Grundsau is. So, that's some of my heritage, you see. Phil, Punxsutawney Phil. Yes, Punxsutawney Phil. He's the Grundsau around here. Actually, Punxsutawney Phil is, they have a new Phil every few years. Because we get tired of having winter so long. He always sees his shadow. And he's always going back in the hole. And we're tired of winters. Oh, but these guys, I'm telling you, they live by the Farmer's Almanac, by the planting schedules, and by the by the old, like, in when the fuzzy bugger caterpillars come out. Are you going to have a long winter or not? I mean, because the fuzzy buggers, if they're all one color or if their stripes are bigger than it's just crazy. And they're all old men who talk Pennsylvania Dutch with each other. And some of the women can talk it too. And I can have the words that I know in Pennsylvania Dutch are not really for pleasant company. Because I heard too much of my grandparents talking on the phone. Yes, I did, Nana. She still. I said a phrase one time that I heard her say on the telephone. And she said, "Where did you hear that now?" And I said, "From you." She goes, "Oh, you did not." Yes, I did, Nana. Where else would I hear it? You're the only one who spoke Pennsylvania Dutch in the house. On the phone. It was too funny. Little. That's your anniversary, February 2nd? Woody Veers. Oh, woolly bears. Yes, woolly bear caterpillars. That's it. You got it. The woolly buggers. The white, the yellow and black ones. And I don't remember right now. I have to look at the almanac. I haven't seen one for a while. I get to go to the library and look at it. But the almanac will tell you which type of woolly bugger means more winter or more, or sooner spring, or whether it's going to be rough or whatever. They start looking at them in the summer, like early summer, before they cocoon up into moths or butterflies or whatever they do. I don't even know what butterfly or moth or whatever they turn into. What kind of Dutchy am I? And I have to do me some learning. Get me some learning now. Oh yeah, I have to find out when the folk festival is this year. I'd like to take you guys with me to the folk festival. And to see how to make apple butter and corn husk dolls and hex signs and health powwowing and apple cider and birch beer. Oh, schnitz and nip. Booverschenkel. Oh my gosh. My mouth is watering. Funnel cakes. God, the food is just out of this world. Marla. Now you're going to be up all night thinking of woolly bear caterpillars. No, they don't crawl in your ear, Marla. They do not do that. They would rather crawl on the tree bark than crawl on somebody else. In fact, they get rather indignant when you pick them up because they do not like to be moved. They want to be on the leaves, on the tree trunks. They do not want to be moved. They get rather indignant when you try to play with them. They just curl up into a little ball and roll away. They don't like that. So they would never crawl in your ears, darling. I'll dream of funnel cakes tonight, and I'll be hungry as a bear when I wake up in the morning. I hate scrapple, though. What kind of good Dutchie am I if I don't like scrapple? I know what's in it. That's why I don't like it. I know how they make it. Now, I'll eat ring bologna, but I won't eat that. Sauerkraut. Oh, yeah. As long as it's not the commercially made lot. The commercially made ones don't taste right. Sauerkraut needs to be made fresh to taste best. I agree. We have a Mennonite grocery store that will sell their own sauerkraut and potato salad, and that's more a German thing. But yeah, I mean, that's where the Pennsylvania Dutch, it's supposed to be Pennsylvania Deutsche, which is Pennsylvania German. And they came from the Schwarzwald area of Germany. So yeah, it's all German. It works. We have to have our pork and sauerkraut every New Year's Day or we get lousy. You grew up on that? You're German too, Sammy? High five, girlfriend. There's a pizza joint around the corner that makes funnel cakes and deep fried Reese's. Eek! My granddaughter would catch them and build homes, and she would get upset when they die. Aw. Reese's cups. Yeah, I got that. I don't think I have ever had them deep fried, though. We used to go to the auction every Monday morning and where they'd sell, vegetables and flowers in the spring and everything from books to soup and nuts. And I get my funnel cake there every week with the little trailer that would make them. In fact, some of the diamond paintings that I wanted to create were kind of like the Pennsylvania Dutch folk art that I would like to do. I wanted to do like kitchen blessings or house blessings. I don't like to call them hex signs because they're not really hex. They have meaning. The colors have meaning. The symbols have meanings, and it's more of a blessing. It's to keep the bad stuff out because, well, they're God-fearing people too. In fact, a lot of them were Lutherans. Good Germans that they were, huh? But now I'm giving away my ideas, and I got to shut up about that. I don't know if I'm ever going to make it into a company, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I have other fish to fry now. It would be fun to make a few just for myself, though. Principal Painter was doing a video talking about the rodeo going on in Texas, about the food. Oh, fried butter, fried everything. Yes. Fried rosette made with the irons. Oh, yeah, they are, they're a type of cookie. What are they called? They're like a Swedish cookie, I think. Made of anise. Oh, nuts. What are they called? Pfeffernuss? Is it pfeffernuss? I don't know that I got that name right, but I'm thinking of pfeffernuss. Pfeffernuss. Oh, give me a Schwarzwald Kirschtorte anytime. A dark chocolate cake with cherries and. Now I'm getting hungry again. Gosh darn it. Okay. They're made deep fried Oreos and Twinkies too. Yes. Yes, yes. Oh, yours comes, your bagged kraut comes with pork, kraut, mashed, and applesauce last week. Wonderful. Yep. Brown domed spicy pfeffernuss cookies with powdered sugar. Okay, that's not the ones I'm thinking of, but okay. I got the name wrong then on the ones you were thinking of, the rosettes, but I thought they were Italian. It's all old world, but yeah. Everybody has their traditional recipes that they love. Well, that's the apples and sausage, the schnitzenet, your pork and your applesauce. My mom still makes pink applesauce. My nephew loves her pink applesauce. That is definitely a labor of love. We used to have apple trees, our own apple trees out back. We used to have a truck patch too, of all kinds of vegetables. We had turnips and everything. And ground cherries. Oh my gosh, we still make ground cherry pies to die for. And my brother and I would be sent out to help pick, and only half of it would get back to the barn because we'd eat it. We'd eat half the stuff we picked before it ever got back to the house. Even turnip. I had raw turnip. I loved it. My grandfather would like pick it up, rub it on his shirt, and hand it to me, and I'd just start chomping into it. Still do that. I would still do that if I had it. Rosettes are dipped in thin batter and fried on the irons. Italian anisette. No, biscotti is like a little cookie. It's like a long, thin cookie, and they're hard. I know what you mean about the rosettes in the iron, though. I just can't think of the right name for them. Well, maybe somebody in the comments if you get this far watching it, if we've entertained you this far. I don't eat them turnips. No, it's not yuck if you eat them raw. In fact, when I was upstate pastoring a church up there, one farmer had this bonus crop of turnips. Oh my gosh. We had bushels of these turnips that he was going to plow under. So we gave them to the food. We picked them and gave them to the food pantry, and we each came home with a bag full of them. And I would cut them up raw and have them on salads. I like them that way. I do red beets that way too. I like cooked or red beets, Harvard red beets, and raw red beets too. But you got to get them small enough so that they don't give you a stomach ache to digest them for a long time. Mom mashed them. Yeah. Pizzelles. Is that what it's called? Pizzelles. Dawn, I think you're right. Yeah, if the viewers who get to watch this later on, if you make it to this point, if you know the name of the cookie that we've been haggling about and we've been trying to figure out the name for, please put that in the comments. As well as if you have any favorites that the nationality that you have old world, favorites that you like to make. Whether it's for a holiday or whatever. I, finally got the recipe for corn pudding, but they don't, Copes doesn't make, sell the corn anymore, the frozen corn anymore. So we've got to find a new way to do it. A little bit of a new way to do it. I think that's due to my aunt teaching me. I'd love to know if any of you out there are Dutchy too and know what I'm talking about. I had a machine to make the pizzelles. Never ate them raw. I have to try it, maybe. If you have a stomach that's used to digesting them, just make sure that you cut them into small pieces. It's not like an onion. It's got more flavor than a potato. It's like a very weak radish. At least that's kind of how I would. I don't like the smell of them when they're cooked, though. I just, no. That wasn't my thing. And you guys gave me some ideas. I think when we make our traditional dishes, instead of just writing out the recipes, I'm going to videotape making them. And maybe I can save some of our heritage for my grandkids that way. Maybe I can learn a little bit more of the language too. I know one phrase that this one old man Dutchy upstate used to question me at every time he'd like shake hands with me after church. He'd ask me the same question until I finally got the answer right. And it was Kannst du mich fangen? Ja, mit Hooke bleiben. Kannst du mich fangen is can you catch a fly? And ja mit Hooke bleiben is yes with honey or something. Yes with yes, but with honey or something like that. Ja mit Hooke bleiben. With something sweet, something. Oh, shoe fly pie, funny cake. Oh man. Who's your Uncle Bob? I don't know. Who is your Uncle Bob? When were we going to start our Bible study one? Whenever you want to, sweetie. I'm ready when you are. Whenever, like, let's decide when would be a good time to air it. I've been looking at it, and if you want to do one of the infancy gospels, I found a place where it's free online. Some of them, I mean, they're in public domain, so I can find the websites that pretty closely match the ones I have in my book with commentary. And if you're up for one of the infancy gospels, there's like the gospel according to Thomas. That one is a good one. Whenever we can kind of like put together a time to get online together. Do you have? Yeah, I guess I should. I was going to wait and see what time would work for you. Now, do you have like what would we think? Like daylight savings time or anything like that? Like the craziness like we have. We just sprung forward an hour. So for me right now, it's 1:30, where it would have been 12:30. But I'm much more into the hour as it used to be than as it is now, because I don't like the spring forward. I like the fall back. My natural body rhythm is better for that. So you tell me, is there a better day of the week? Is there... Because I know we're like 12 hours different, or we were. Western Australia doesn't have daylight savings, unfortunately. Well, that's okay. No, fortunately, unfortunately, it doesn't matter. It just is what it is. So are we now 13 hours different now instead of 12? Are you like 1:30 in the afternoon now, or are you 12:30 in the afternoon? Or am I like completely way off? I mean, either way, we would record it. When we would get together and do it, we would record it so that others could like watch it later, or they could either join us or watch it later. For those who don't catch it when we're doing it live. So we just have to figure out when would be a good time. You sent me an email. Did I get it? Like now? It said that Friday night or Saturday night, my time would work. That's fine. It's 1:40 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, I know you're ahead of me. Okay, so you're 12 hours ahead. Exactly 12 hours because we're 1:40 p.m. It's just so crazy thinking about that you're ahead. And okay, so that would make it, let me look online and see when the other gals do their things. I don't want to like go over top of their time. So you said, let's see, Friday or Saturday night for you, which would be a Thursday or Friday afternoon for me, which is fine. That would work. Actually, my Friday afternoon, which would be your Saturday night, is that right? My Friday afternoon would be your Saturday morning. Wait, my Saturday morning would be your Saturday night. What am I thinking? Yes. Either of those times would work okay. So my Saturday a.m. would be your Saturday p.m. or my Friday a.m. would be your Friday p.m. Yeah, that would work perfect for me. Okay, I will email you a couple ideas and then see which one you gravitate more to. I can set up a Zoom. Would you want to do it on Zoom? I mean, I can set up a Zoom call. Yep. My Friday, well, my Friday noon would be your Friday midnight. So your Friday night would be my Friday morning. Like what time are you thinking? I'm not a morning person, but I will. I have to start becoming more of a um, and then too, it depends on who wants to join us and when they're available too. So, but it's up to us to decide that. It's definitely 12 hours. I mean, I'm good late into the night. I'm not always great in the morning. So you're okay. Yeah, afternoon would be okay. I think everybody else is going to sleep on us. Let's see. So your Friday night would be my Friday a.m. afternoon, 12 hours difference. So if you had like 6 p.m. would be my 6 a.m., which would not be my best. So how late in the evening were you thinking? What would be a good time for you for Friday night or Saturday night? I don't think I got much glue out of it that time. I think I'm. Come on now. Listening, working, lurking. Okay, Marla. That's cool. Yeah, did I put the hole in here? I think I did. Yeah. I'm going to finish this out in the dollar store one first. And I'll use the goop. Okay, I can be up until 10 or 11 on Friday, which is perfect. I mean, it could be 10 or 11 on Friday for me. So if we start at 10, would that be too late for you? If we start at would be your 10 p.m. on a Friday? That would be my 10 a.m. on a Friday. We can try it. And if we want to switch to Saturday, we can do so. Then we can try that. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Yeah, I'm going to use light blue or light pink for the dress, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow to do that because I'm getting down to. Okay, Tammy. Have a good week to you too. I will see you next week. Tammy, before you go? What's your schedule like on a Friday or a Saturday? Are you? I thought maybe it was you or was it Teresa who was interested in the Bible study where we were going to think of doing with the extra gospels to start. Maybe Zara, maybe this weekend that you and I could get together on a Zoom chat together and talk about it like one on one instead of like over a chat thing, and then we can iron some stuff out and go from there. If you want to talk about it this week on Friday, maybe your Friday at 10 p.m. and my Friday at 10 a.m. We could do that. Hey, I'm free anytime now. I have you are, Tammy? Fantastic. I don't know. Are you available on a Friday morning, Tammy? Because I know we're about the same or only an hour different for us. Okay, that would be great. I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link, Zara, and we'll get together this Friday, just you and I, and we can chat over things and plan out how we go from here, and we can announce it next week. Yep, 10 a.m. our time, Tammy. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Friday. Or, let me know if a Saturday is better. If you're, because if you're working or something, I don't want to interrupt your work schedule. I mean, it'll just be Zara and I this week, but we want to know what to set it up for like the next week if to have others join us. Oh, that's 8 a.m. for you? Oh, Tammy. Are you sure? Are you 2 hours before me, Tammy? I thought you were 2 hours after me. Like for. Oh, you're right. No, you're before. No. Because I'm earlier than you. So I would be. I'm 2 hours ahead of you. Yes. Right. Right. We may have to move it down an hour, but I don't want to do it too late for. Sorry, we'll talk about it. But Friday or Saturday, which one would be better for you, Tammy? Just so we know what we're getting into here. Friday's probably better. Okay. Great. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Awesome. Oh, these are kind of different, so I'll leave these separate. Okay. Well, we'll do that. Since it's almost 2 a.m. here. 2 in the afternoon for Miss Zara. You're just waking up and lying in bed. Bring a cup of tea, or put a little coffee maker or something next to your bed. Perfect. So it won't be this week with you, Tammy. It'll be Zara and I this week, so we get things set up. Then we'll announce it on Tuesday night, Tea and Talk Tuesday next week. And anybody who wants to join us can. For the first one, the coming next week. Does that make sense? I think that works. Okay, that works perfectly. So awesome. Shouldn't you be going to bed now yourself, Wanda? Yes. I am now, yes. I'm a late person. I'm always up late, 2, 4 a.m., whatever. All right. Good night, everybody. Love to everybody. Thanks for listening and chatting today. If you made it to the end of this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Put a little emoji in the bottom corner, and so that I know you made it to the end. And I thank Tammy and Teresa and Dawn and Marla and Debbie and Robin. Oh my gosh. Of course, Zara, of course, Deb, and everybody who was popping in and out today. Those I recognize those. I hope I caught everybody. Thanks again. Yes, good night, Dawn. Good night, Dawn. Good night, Tammy. Good night, Zara. Good afternoon, Zara. And everybody else who stuck around tonight. And I'm excited about what the future is going to hold. I'm excited about getting all these videos up this week, and we can celebrate together when the site goes monetized. I'm so excited for that. That's going to be coming up very soon, and we'll have to figure out something real fun to do for that. All right. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again next week, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. God bless. Bye.